Okay. We'll get some fucking blend in before then.
We are
Check
live.
17 minutes. I got plenty of blend tokens. Hell yeah. Hopefully I can get a shine today then.
I'm not sure if I even have blend tokens. I should probably figure that out.
Well, actually, you better stop. Cold heart. Do you like that new what is his name? Oh man, what is that song called? Elton John, yeah, Elton John Dua Lipa song.
I've heard it.
It's like he uses like the Rocket Man as like the chorus. Like I think, but Dua Lipa sings it. She's like, I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's grown on me quite a bit since I heard it the first time. What up, Dre? Are you a fan of the new Elton John Dua Lipa song?
Let's see. I got to get myself a blend token. This is technically our first Neon Space podcast, number 1. Even though we've done about a couple hundred of these, this was the one we're labeling as number 1. So the history books will forever say this is the first Neon Space podcast.
This is mint 1.
Which I said it on the last thing we did, but if for whatever reason you're listening to this in the future, we are a web show and a visual show. We stream on Twitch and YouTube, so there will be probably some visual cues that you may or may not miss. So,
yeah, like that little chime was subscribe. So thanks for that.
Yeah, I mean somebody subscribed.
Rocket Snail doing it.
Let's see if I have all the required ingredients.
Okay, Dre also hasn't heard it. How about you, Baggy or Geekariki? Have you heard that new Elton John Dua Lipa song? It's like, I don't know what it's called, but I feel like if you just type in Elton John Dua Lipa, I saw him play it on his farewell tour, the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour. They live streamed it on Disney Plus. It's called Cold Heart. That's what it is.
There we go.
That makes sense.
Pump and dump truck. Let's blend this bad boy.
Cold heart.
So our blend, we have a new blend going live in under 15 minutes now, I believe. 14 minutes and 8 seconds. The Not So Slenderman.
Let's see. Oh man, 14 minutes and 30 seconds on my screen. I still got to figure out my
Get that with a neon blend token, which can be achieved by blending duplicates at Nifty blocks.
Yeah, I dig that fucking little fire, the perfect loop of the fire starting and burning and then stopping and starting again.
Yeah, I even like the, well, I guess on the packs, I like the pack opening video on the
same
blend token packs. Or even the burn packs, it's the same opening video.
Yeah, the burn packs where it's like the pack burns away. That's pretty cool.
Also a little frustrated today. My shoot canceled on me tomorrow, which I called yesterday. I was like, yeah, if I haven't heard from them, there's like a 50% chance they're going to bail, and they bailed. So now I'm not even working tomorrow. We could have just done Super Bowl on Saturday and done everything as normal, but I guess it's not bad to get on the new schedule in case I do work future weekends, but I'm supposed to work this and next weekend. Now I'm not working either, so I'm just available on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, they canceled?
Yep.
I missed that.
That's pretty standard. You know?
Yeah.
I get nothing. I rearranged my entire schedule, went and bought $40 worth of batteries, and they just bail last minute. That's the freelance life, baby.
Oh yeah, living the life. Yamster, I'm actually unfamiliar with this. What is this TD Atomic Hub NFT? What is the drama?
So Yamster said, can you guys explain to my ignorant ass what this TD Atomic Hub NFT Hive drama is all about? And that drama is about TD is T Davis from NFT Gamer TV. He built a plugin that allows you to switch which marketplace you're buying and selling from, since the sale number is the same throughout all marketplaces. The Atomic standard allows you to list your NFT on one marketplace and it goes through all of them, so it's using the same numbers for that. But where you buy it from in the smart contract is market, maker, and taker, and you can basically switch the maker and taker through his plugin on another interface. So you can be searching for an NFT through Atomic Hub, look at it, click buy, but then the buy goes through Nefty. That's what his plugin does. So basically, you're using Atomic Hub's interface for everything, but then at the last second, it's switching up the code on the blockchain to purchase through Nefty. And
and every net NFT that sells has a 2% fee, and that 1% goes to whatever marketplace the transaction was listed on, and the other 1% goes to wherever it's bought from.
But the drama is, some people think it's unethical to use Atomic Hub's tool to find things and then give all the maker and taker fees to another marketplace. So Ben from NFT Hive has been saying that this tool is bad for Wax and like people shouldn't use it. And then T Davis is arguing that this is decentralization and like the best deal wins, and like it's just furthering the decentralization of Wax.
All right, I feel like I'm kind of on board with T Davis' perspective on here. I think it is like up to you what marketplace you give your business to, and if there's a reason why you're using Nefty blocks over Atomic Hub to do the transaction, like their kickback program or NFT Hive for the like honey kickbacks, then that makes sense to me. I mean, I personally, I'll do that stuff manually sometimes, where I'll look for a drop and then I'll switch over manually and buy it on a different market because I'm trying to get that honey, or I'm trying to get that Nefty or whatever.
Marcellinic says, I heard about this plugin. What's the name of it? I'm not sure what the name is, and I don't think it's publicly available yet. I think TD was just showing like or Always Blue, I guess is the name of it. According
Always
to
Blue.
Or Nefty Hub. I can't tell if he's answering my question or just throwing shit out there. But anyway, I don't think it's out yet. I also could be wrong on this, but I think he just showed like a tech demo, and the tech demo is what's getting like everybody all up in arms. Oh, those are working titles. So it doesn't have a name yet, and it's not out yet. So I don't think it's publicly available. It's still in the like development phase, and people are sort of just talking about like the implications of it more so than the actual what's happening.
Always Blue makes you think of that game that they play in Silicon Valley where they're like throwing the ball and it like they're trying to make it like stay blue, and it's like this ball that like flips the other, and they're like always blue, always blue.
Comic Sank says that's the origin.
Oh hell yeah!
But yeah, so the whole way this would work, Yamsters, it's a plugin like MetaMask or like Honey app on your browser, so you can use Atomic Hub as you would normally, and then if you just change the thing to Nefty blocks, you click buy on Atomic Hub and do everything normally, and then it just goes through Nefty blocks. Is basically what it does. Yeah, so if you're lazy and you want to use Atomic Hub and then get the kickbacks,
it's exactly what it's for.
Yeah,
it's for you, for your lazy ass.
The thing I'll also say, I have a couple takes on this. I guess first, before you even go into like the morality of it, is will this really affect Atomic Hub's bottom line? And I think the answer to that is no. I think this is a very niche tool for people who are wax heads like us. Like, there's a very small amount of people who are searching on Atomic Hub and then switching over to NFT for all their buys, or like NFT Hive. It's not the general public. Look at the top 10 collections on Wax. I'm willing to bet 5 to 7 of them are Funko. Funko is giving Atomic Hub most of their volume. And Funko collectors hardly even use Discord and hardly even watch Twitch streams and stuff. Like, Funko users are in Facebook groups. When I had to go track down my drop monster, I had to go find the guy on Facebook because he was in a Facebook Funko group. Like, he wasn't even really on Discord. So like some of the biggest collectors on Wax are not even really involved in like watching our Twitch streams and in our Discords. So how are those people going to hear about TD's plugin? Like, and those are the people giving the most business to Atomic Hub. So I do think that, like, morality aside, if for whatever reason you think it's immoral, like, it's not really going to hurt Atomic Hub's bottom line that much. I think it's going to be a niche thing that like us nerds who live on Discord use, but then the average person is never going to hear about it. And then my other take on that is that like Pink.gg is the company that makes Atomic Hub. They are a blockchain producer for the Wax blockchain. In order to be a top 21 blockchain producer, you must report to the OIG, which is like the Office of Inspector General Wax. You basically have to update them and prove that you're working on tools for the Wax community. You must be building on the infrastructure of Wax and tools that people on Wax can use. Pink.gg every month sends in their report, we're building updates to Atomic Hub. This is the tool we're building for the Wax community so that we can be a blockchain producer. So they're being partially funded by the Wax blockchain to build Atomic Hub. So in my eyes, that's a tool built, funded by Wax for the Wax community. So if the Wax community wants to use Atomic Hub to interface it within Nifty blocks, like I personally, and I don't know, this is just my own belief, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's like I think that's within the use of like if Wax funded something, all the communities on Wax are able to build with it. Like that's how I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
That might not be what it actually is, but I don't see a problem with it morally speaking because of that. It,
I
like
agree with
maybe
that,
if it
yeah.
wasn't because of that, you could argue more. But like the fact that it was like funded by Wax for the Wax community is like, okay, and the Wax community thinks it's better to use Atomic Hub for this than that. And I don't know. Like I get blockchain producers also need to make money, like they need to cover their operation costs, but I don't think Atomic Hub is really like in danger of losing. Like Atomic Hub's making the most money out of anybody on Wax. They're like the most profitable brand. I said it a bunch of times. Wax laid off 17 employees, and then Atomic Hub was hiring that same week. So like, if you're looking at who's doing fine, like I don't think Atomic Hub is really going to get hurt by this plugin.
I think I am the KY makes a good point that if a simple browser extension like that automates copying and pasting a purchase link kills your marketplace wasn't going to survive anyway.
I agree with that too. I think it just brings on competition. If for some reason it does affect Atomic Hub's bottom line, then guess what? Atomic Hub needs to compete on the incentive because no one's going to switch over to Nifty and NFT Hive if Atomic Hub gives you an Atomic coin, and your Atomic coin can do some shit on Atomic Hub. So, you know, if it comes to that, it'll just force them to be competitive to keep competing, and that is better for the user. It's always better for the user when you have these big companies competing to like make a better product, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's better than just like only having one marketplace, and then Atomic Hub can do whatever the fuck they want because they have no competition, which is what was happening for like the first year around Wax, and we saw very little improvements. And then when you saw Nifty start kicking out those creator program stuff, then Atomic Hub really like started upping their ball as far as like trying to make their platform better. So
yeah, and then on that end, Nifty just announced that their creator tools are now available to everybody. So if you wanted to make pre-minted packs, super blends, all that stuff that used to require like a level 3 stake or level 2 stake or whatever, you can now do that just straight away with any collection. So if you're an indie creator out there, that really opens the door to quite a bit of value that Nifty provides. So they really build amazing creator tools.
Also wasn't cheap to get level 3 staking. Like I was trying to do it on Gyrating Hips, and that's just not cheap even a little bit.
Yeah, so now you can do it for Gyrating Hips or for any of your own. Like you can do pre-minted packs, pre-minted like blend pools. All of that stuff is now available to everybody. Very, very cool for indie collectors who don't have the like startup capital to buy such a utility using the Nifty tokens. I'm definitely a fan of them doing that as far as being a creator in the space, but I'm also kind of like disappointed that they would remove utility for an asset that they sold for that utility without actually replacing the utility with something else. Like the replacement utility is like, oh, we'll announce something soon, which is you're forcing people who made business expenses to purchase utility to now speculate on, you know, do we hold on to our Nifty stake or do we sell it, hoping that this, you know, soon big news will be good. And I'm not in the business of speculating with like, you know, project funds. That's not really, I'm not happy about being put into that position. But
I think the KY makes a good point here. So I think Stuck's point is the best in that if you start to trust extensions like this, and this is going back to TD's extension where you're clicking buy on Atomic Hub and it says actually purchase on Nifty. So if you trust extensions like this to inject processes into the signing actions, malicious actors will follow suit and people will get fucked. And I agree with that because
that's true.
Like the second you just start trust a plugin and it's like changing what you're clicking on the thing, it could change it to anything. Like instead of saying buy from Atomic Hub, it could say send from Alcor to my wallet. And if you're just used to like auto signing and clicking that, like be careful using these extensions because, you know, I trust T Davis, all right, but like I don't know, anybody, not even him, if somebody hacks into his thing and then like somebody fucks him over, it could fuck everybody using that plugin. So like all it takes is one security breach for everybody using that plugin to be at risk. And that's not necessarily even because the person who created the plugin is malicious, but just be careful about that stuff.
It
be
creates
careful
a point
about
of failure.
Auto signing in general. Like I think the only place I have auto sign on right now is Nifty and Atomic Hub, and that's just so I can like buy drops and stuff and try to beat people. But like otherwise, I feel like auto sign's dangerous because you never know like when some game developer is going to suddenly become malicious or get hacked.
Yeah, that's the other side of that. It's like they don't have to be malicious; they just have to be incompetent with their cybersecurity, and we've seen that multiple times already. Like people have the best intentions.
Way bigger teams than games on
way
Wax.
bigger
like,
teams,
hundreds
of millions of dollars.
Harmony had way more stake than say like Alien Worlds does as far as like money behind the project. So
So it's definitely you're exposing yourself to an additional level, like an additional point of failure that is not is avoidable by just manually copy and pasting. And
I honestly don't even mind like the copy paste thing. I do that.
I do that.
Doesn't take
Yeah,
long
I do
at
it
all.
manually. I do it all the time manually. Like I want to farm Nefty rewards or I want to farm honey rewards, and I usually do most of my buying when I remember, because sometimes I'm like Yamster too, and I just I'm like whatever, buy it on Atomic Hub. I don't really care that much, but like if I'm buying something bigger, I'll buy it on. Lately, I've been buying it on NFT Hive because I really have been digging those honey rewards.
No, it's an interesting plugin. It's just the drama is really between Ben and everybody else. Ben from NFT Hive was just super anti against the plugin, even though it's funny because like it would incentivize people to use his platform over Atomic Hub because they're going to build in like the NFT Hive honey version. So it's funny that like he hates it, even though it's like would probably benefit him more than hurt him.
One of the nice thing about his concern is that he finds it immoral. The thing about morals is that morals are more or less like something you can decide on for yourself. So if you find it immoral, don't use it.
You don't have to use it.
Yeah, and then there you go.
Oh, we got 30 seconds on the blend.
Oh, good call. Baggy's keeping us on time here.
Baggy Hodler here.
I got fucking 50 seconds on my blend, so go slow.
Yeah,
so I can get a couple.
Still haven't figured out how to upload these audio only, but when I do, if anybody wants to figure out how to do Neon Space blends in the future, hit us up on the Neon Space Discord, which you can find on neonspace.io, which is our website. It has a link to our Discord. And you can learn how to do fun blends. Blend.
Cool,
oh,
cool,
no. Am I signed in?
I got 20 seconds.
Let's go.
You're gonna beat me, I'm sure. It's cool. I'll get it. I'll get it in 20 seconds. There's no way if I can close it up.
I got mint 15. I'll take it.
I'm trying to blend a few here. Probably blend until I run out of tokens at the moment.
Let's see.
We'll see.
Let's see what's left in the blend.nefty.
Oh, you sons of bitches! It's already out. It was 20. I was 25 seconds behind. How is it fucking out that quick?
People get sweaty.
You sons of bitches. It's fine. I'm gonna figure out how to set my goddamn clock. This is ridiculous. I'm missing my own blends.
Mint lowest.
Damn. Well, anyone who
we
pulled
have we have
shine.
non-nakeds in here too. Give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out what's in the. Here we go. We got mint 1 of the shine. We got mint 2 of the naked. Mint 2 of the shine. Mint 3 of the shine. Mint 4 of the shine.
Oh,
all 5 shines didn't get pulled. That sounds crazy.
Let's go, dude. I'm fucking not so upset that I missed it then. It's rigged. That's what you get for front running me, Baggy.
You know what? I'm gonna, because these are being re-uploaded, I'm gonna be a little more careful about what we're saying now. But allegedly, according to someone in our chat, Ben is a hothead who threatened to punch Recourier in the balls. So, allegedly, I don't have evidence for that. If Ben is hearing us in the future and tried to sue us, allegedly, I don't know if it happened. That's what somebody.
I think I've heard of Recourier beefing with some other people also. I think they like to get into it. I think with Envenom, Recourier and Envenom got into it pretty good back in like Green Rabbit days.
He also got in a heated argument with the Taco team recently. Recourier, he'll get in. I feel like Recourier usually stands by his principles, though. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I do too. I like Recourier. Like, I think he also understands like the space really well, especially like the EOS side of like blockchain stuff, and is a great resource and really willing to help anybody who's trying to like understand things.
He asked me to potentially be on. There's like he's making some sort of metaphors council. I was like, I don't know. I like metaphors. I'm just already involved in a lot of projects as far as like even keeping up with Alien World governance is kind of a lot, and like being in charge of another council where I have to like vote on stuff is just like it ends up being a lot. Alien World governance had a bit of a drama yesterday too, because like the Naren people finally paid themselves out, but like I guess they weren't clear that they're retroactively paying themselves out, so they're like, oh, we're going to pay ourselves wages for being, and then I've already been in for 6 weeks, so I'm going to do 6x what we said we're paying ourselves, and some of the community was not happy with that. I got the least amount though. I've also not been all of the weeks though, so like I think I only got 2 weeks of being it, so I got less than everybody else. But
Still nice to get some TLM passively though, or I guess it's not passive because you're actively participating in the governance.
I don't know. I told them like I don't think we should be paying ourselves as far as like we should pay the guy. Ricardo is the guy who built the Alien Helpers contract, and that's what's paying out all the miners. And like we sign a contract and send it to that, and that does all the work. But we're signing like 3 transactions a month, and that dude's fucking set up all the shit that actually makes it work. So like I feel like if anybody should be getting paid, it's Ricardo, which we did pay Ricardo because I don't know if they were going to, but after my suggestion, they're like, oh, that's a good idea. We should pay some of the TLM to Ricardo. I was like, that's good. But so at least he got compensated. But
nice. Yeah, I kind of agree to that. Like the money should be for like community like stuff, not for like paying the council members.
I think it's one thing if you're like, whatever. If I'm like, hey, I found a game developer. He's going to develop a game for Alien Worlds, but now I need to break down his dailies and his weeklies to make sure he's doing the work to keep getting TLM. And like, if you're heavily monitoring that stuff, then you are doing work. But just like, I know I personally am not doing that work as a council member. Like, I pop in a couple times a week and talk to the council, but like, yeah, it's just hard for me to judge like if it's worth what we're paying the council members right now. But I will say, Naren is by far the least. Like, the other council members are paying themselves like 50% plus of the budget, I think. It's like some other planets, and they're not paying it out to the miners, so it's just like all funneling into the back into the council, and nobody's paying it. Like, we're doing at least 50% plus of our rewards every week to the community. So I would say Naren's still doing better than everybody else, but I'm sort of just disappointed in how it's going in general. That it seems like just a bunch of whales funneling money into their own pockets instead of like trying to use that TLM to build shit. But we'll see. Also, Nick Custer's,
just like real politics.
Nick Custer's he actually pitched a game. He's like, I'd like to be paid in TLM to create a game for Alien Worlds with Alien World assets. He's trying to create a clue game, like this alien killed him with an axe, and then like you have like a location and the different NFT cards. But I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna get passed. He wants like $30,000 to develop it, which is like I think 1 million TLM or something. It's just like
it's quite a bit.
It's like all of the TLM and all the planet treasuries right now. I don't think we're all gonna agree on voting on that.
Yeah, that's ambitious. But it's cool to see that like, you know, that's kind of what the governance should have been more focused on, is like people trying to build utility things for actual Alien World players, and then Alien World's treasuries paying for that utility to be developed.
I was talking about that, and the problem is with that is like there's a couple of problems. One is just like payment issue, which is like, do they accept TLM? Like, how many game developers do you know that will accept TLM directly? And then how do I get it from TLM to fiat? Do I send it to my own wallet? Then do I have to pay the taxes to cash out to pay the developer? Like, just the fact of like, how do we get it out of this fucking treasury to pay the developers? If they don't know Wax, it doesn't really work, because you pretty much have to just send them TLM, and then they have to figure out how to swap it for Wax and then swap it for fiat. And then the second thing is you need to understand how Alien Worlds works. Like, you need to be familiar with the existing NFTs in the Alien Worlds, and then you have to use those to make a new game around the existing economy. So like, you basically have to be a developer on Wax and understand how Alien Worlds works, which is like, and then find me a good game developer on Wax that knows all that stuff. Like, we can't even find developers on Wax that can build any game, let alone that like are trying to develop Alien World shit for TLM. But yeah, I don't know. That's my thought, is it's not as easy as you would think to just develop a game with TLM, because you have to find the right person, and there's just not a lot of developers that understand blockchain game development. And even the ones that are doing it aren't doing it necessarily well, I would say. Like, a lot of the biggest games on Wax have been developed pretty poorly. So, I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, I had to do business behind the scenes. Paul's getting paid for his Bank of America commercial. Excellent. If you ever watch TV in Spanish language channels, you might see Paul acting but not speaking, just like nodding and being like, "Oh yeah, it's called acting." I showed my parents, and they're like, "He doesn't really say anything." It's just like, "Yeah, Dad, it's acting." It's pretty funny though. Yeah, let's see. I feel like everybody physically threatens Recordier is what KY is saying. Yeah, maybe. I think Recourier has like opinions and they're well informed, so he's not like shy about sharing his opinions, and I think it rubs people the wrong way, especially people who are trying to appear like they know what they're doing and maybe don't. And so then it leads to friction in my experience, at least in what I'm seeing from the sidelines here. Overwhelmingly, every time I've spoken with Recourier, he is very much interested in helping you to understand something you might be misunderstanding. And I mean,
I don't
I had
disagree with either of the times I've seen Recourier like fight with people.
same.
Like, I don't even
I'm
disagree the time
usually
he got
I'm
upset
in
with
his corner
Taco. Like
always too.
the time he got upset with Taco, they're literally like, because they changed from like, I don't know, like level 20 Taco venues were supposed to give you governance, so he had like 30 level 20 venues, and then they're like, actually, it's gonna be level 30, and that's like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get from level 20 to 30 on that many venues. So like, I understand his frustration, and I would also be big pissed if like I bought 30 venues to try to get Neon Space governance, got them all to level 20, and then they're like, oh, sorry, we decided to make it level 30, and you're gonna have to now spend thousands of dollars to get the thing that you already spent hundreds of dollars
and I feel like the pushback on that, like his point is very valid, and like I made a investment purchase based on the terms of your like assets, and then you changed those terms after I put the money in, and most people were just like, well, you shouldn't have bought so much. It's like, well, that's not the problem. The problem
that
is
was basically the argument, is like, well, you shouldn't have whaled in, like whales get burned. It's like, yeah, well, that shouldn't be how it works. But
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I definitely was.
I also understand Taco's side. Like,
yeah,
both sides make sense to me. It's just like, it sucks. Like, that's sort of how like, but I don't know. I do also agree with people. It's like, at this point, if you're investing in NFT gaming, like no roadmap has ever been 100% solid. Like, you shouldn't really be speculating on projects that are still developing and hoping they don't change anything. And that's just like I wish the projects were better and weren't constantly changing, but they do. Like, that's just the reality of, if you've been in the space, there's not a single project besides maybe Alien Worlds. Even Alien Worlds, those kind of changed their tokenomics slightly, as far as like
Alien Worlds also like pitched stuff. Like they pitched like a Thunderdome battle game like way before like ZOS even started their thing. And ZOS, you can at least like do some type of a battle mechanic, even if I'm not the biggest fan of how that was rolled out. It fucking exists, where it's like when Thunderdome was like something I was seeing like over a year ago in chats, and like still like, I don't know, when Thunderdome, guys,
Battledome or whatever that thing was called.
Yeah,
which honestly was super underwhelming after waiting that long.
Yeah, that's
like,
the other thing. Like, we were waiting so long, and now it's like, hey, you got to put out something solid at this point, because other projects out there, like I'd say Blockchain Brawlers didn't exist at that point either, and their game was actually like, I like
Blockchain Brawlers came out like a full year after Alien Worlds and Our Planet, and it beat both of them to a functional game.
Yeah.
So as much as I didn't love the way they launched a token faucet cash grab to basically just fund this current game, it worked. Like, and they actually delivered a game.
And there's a game, like the assets that I bought, I can use in a game that I actually find fun. That's kind of like the end game for me, because I'm not like investing to retire on playing video games. I'm investing in a game that I want to play. And like hearing that it was like made by the guy who made Magic the Gathering, and like the whole wrestler like aesthetic of it looked cute to me and fun, and like now seeing the gameplay, and it's just like, it is still cute and fun, and the game, like the card dynamics are like deep enough for me to be like interested in playing like many rounds in a row, but not interested, or not like I don't feel like, I don't know, it's done well. I thought, at least I feel like I got what I was buying into, even though I feel like maybe I had bought into some of those assets at a little bit of a too high of a price. And at the end of the day, like as someone who's here to play video games, I should keep that in mind when I spend those high prices on stuff. Like, when am I spending $50-$60 on like casual games? And the answer is not often. Like, even when like I bought Cyberpunk 2077 recently for like $25, and that game is way more extent, or like the Star Wars Jedi Knight, I think I got for $6, and everyone who's like on PlayStation Store right now can get that for free. Like, that game is elaborate and deep and like fun, and I feel like it's worth $6, but then at the same time I'm spending like $600 on like a captainship for like coin pirates, and it's like, maybe I shouldn't do that if I'm only here to play a video game.
I'm gonna call you rock metal. I don't know, RCK MTL. The huge changes so many projects went through after months or a year of following them, expecting one thing that never happens. Why I dropped off following most Wax stuff the last half year.
Yeah,
I don't.
that's fair.
I don't disagree with that. As far as like, I think a lot of people have lost a lot of enthusiasm for Wax projects just because so many of them have been unsuccessful. But I don't know. There are some good ones still trucking through, but I've also like cooled off on like, we were saying on stream the other day, it was like, don't count your chickens or something. I was like, yeah, that's just the next mining world, which was the next farmer's world, which is the next our planet, which is the next alien world. Like, it's all one thing after the other. We've been through enough of them now that it's just like, I'm sort of sick of the cycle and I just don't want to be involved in it. And it's like, there is money to be made if you get in early and you sell at the right time, but it's like, it's such a gamble. And also like, dumping on people that are probably going to lose money doesn't really feel good to me, and that's like the only way to really profit in this space is like to get something that's overhyped you know is going to collapse and then just dump it before everybody else does. And that's like not really the game I'm trying to play. I'm trying to invest in projects that I believe in the future and hold on to them. And we found out the hard way that like if you do that heavily in the Wax space, you're going to lose a lot of money because like everything just gets devalued over time.
Yeah, I did see this game that you shared. That's basically blockchain brawlers. That's pretty.
Was it?
I do think like
our Discord or?
Let's see, wasn't it the Counterpart game? I think it was called. Or oh wait, no, that's not. Mark shared that one. Hold on, maybe I didn't see the game you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what game you're talking about.
Yeah, which game was it that is basically blockchain brawlers? But I know that blockchain brawlers, the game as it exists today, from what I heard about the development process of it, they didn't actually have
Card Slam.
Oh, okay. I have not checked that one yet.
But from what I heard,
oh, go on, let's see what's this.
I did learn a lot on being able to identify when a project is just talk versus more potentially viable. So I guess that is important. We're definitely better at buying, but that's also why we buy less stuff now. Is because we're better at it. We're just like, that's crap. That's just gonna be a pump and dump. But then it's like, unfortunately, that's most of what's offered on Wax at the moment. So we definitely slowed down.
Yeah, it's a shame that the cost to tuition ends up bankrupting most people, and then they just don't come back after they learn those lessons.
We did an interview every week
so
for
much
like
to fucking do that, to learn that.
9 or 10 months. In the last couple of months, we've kind of just stopped doing our interviews because we're just like, yeah, like let's wait until there's something we actually want to highlight, rather than just like every single person making a new pump and dump on Wax. Let's get them on our channel.
I'm way more interested in promoting. I would only ever basically moving forward. I only really want to promote stuff that I personally would put my own money into. That I actually want to play or I actually want to like invest in or something like that. So that's why there hasn't been many interviews lately. There's really not many things that I feel like I'm excited to invest in or participate in, which is kind of a shame. But it's not just Wax. I feel like that kind of is true across the board with crypto assets, and bear market sentiment is kind of like trickling across the entire equity sectors too. But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. Oh yeah, let's see. How do I make this screen bigger? Like I keep fucking like it's already set to the screen layout where one screen should be big. Yeah, how did you do that?
It's highlighted on the bar. Like it's highlighted in blue which one that is. But it's the face next to the screen.
Okay. I'll have to see.
Holy shit, it takes forever to start a game. Where's the actual gameplay in this fucker?
Oh, it's actually cards wrestling. That's kind of funny, actually.
I don't think this is the same type of game, just based on watching this like briefly. It's not like a...
It's not like a...
It's like an auto battler, it looks like.
Yeah, that's kind of what I liked about blockchain brawlers is like I can decide when to bluff and when not to bluff and which cards to play to, play into or against what my opponent.
Yeah, it looks like you just play a card versus a card. I guess it's a little worry, but I don't know. It seems less like poker to me because there's no betting, right? You just slam cards at each other.
Yeah, you definitely have like those rounds of like I bet this and then like I bet like with a multiplier of 2 and then someone can be like I only bet a multiplier of 1. Now I get a chance to like call or fold. I don't know. Blockchain Brawlers has quite a few dynamics that like while the rules are relatively easy to understand, I think it's not super easy to master that gameplay. And That's kind of like the poker thing. Like I could teach someone poker in like 10 minutes, but you know, people spend decades getting good at poker because it's not about necessarily playing your own cards. You're playing your opponent's like cards and your like cards, how they fit into that like dynamic. And there's a
I
lot
also
more
wonder.
going on.
I know Mike worked on a bunch of wrestling stuff, so I wonder if he's like associated with that other game too. Because he worked on WWF Raw, WWE WrestleMania, WWE Road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
He
wonder if
worked
they
on a
have
bunch
a
of wrestling
WWE.
games. So he could have very well have like taken ideas / people from that team to build this new game, but I don't think it's the same game, even if it's similar.
Yeah, it is. I think it's pretty funny to see little cards like hobble around and wrestle each other.
I actually kind of prefer the blockchain brawlers where you
I like the. I was gonna say that too. I like the. I also like the aesthetic of like the brawlers. They look like fun. They look like toys that would put on like action figures that I would put on a shelf. And the fact that you can like customize them and deck them out in all the swag and stuff, and have like custom moves and shit. That's really cool to me. But it's definitely also like they've definitely made a few missteps as well. Like committed a lot of the like cash grabby sins that I feel like plague this space.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I don't love how they launched the game, but unlike all the games that did the same shit and then also didn't deliver a game, they delivered a game. So at the very least, like, there's a functional, fun game because of it, rather than like, I don't know, like a lot of games that took a lot of money and then basically produced nothing and then just left the space, or just basically slow rug pulling by quitting development and they probably already cashed out. Like, they're not doing that, so which is kind of sad. That's the bar on wax. If you're basically not scamming people, you're doing a good job.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, oh, if you haven't like failed yet, then you're killing it. Wait, what are you talking about? The pretzel bun sucks at fucking Carlos Jr. Actually, I'll second that. I am the KY. Carlos Jr. is just not very good.
Should I add Auntie Ons? Is it worth it? Also, I forgot to say hi to Glam Princess. Welcome to Neon Space.
Hey,
welcome hanging with us. Today we're voting on best fast food restaurants. It's gonna be super serious stuff.
Yeah, this is the real deal. We need to figure out which tier these places are in. I'd say
Maggie Hodler, this is true. Ukrainian developer was one of the exit gates. A bunch of projects basically were like, we can't do shit because we got Ukrainian devs.
Yeah.
Which I think some of it was legitimate, but then also it seemed to be some people just took the easy way out. Like when that was happening, be like, oh, this is a good time to just exit and then blame it on something else.
It's like the COVID excuse to make introverts not have to go out to socialize. Just be like, I'm scared of COVID. Like, yeah, it's real, but at this point, like, you're leaning a little too hard on it. Like I mean, I guess I don't want to say that about the Ukraine conflict. That's definitely a very legitimate reason to stop developing.
What is this weird?
There's not like a vaccine to that, So I guess that's a very fair out, and I definitely don't fault anyone who did that, and it's understandable. And I think a lot of development teams were based in either the Ukraine or Eastern Europe.
I don't know. So there's like teams like Our Planet were based in the Ukraine, and they're cranking out more now than they ever were before. So like,
yeah, that's true.
It didn't stop everyone.
It didn't stop everyone, but it is an understandable out, and it's hard to fault a developer for, just failing to deliver because war broke out. That.
I think what Baggy is kind of hinting at is people use it as an excuse, even though they were already failing. They just use the word as a bit of both. Like, they probably would have failed either way, but it's just easy to be like, okay, well, this is why I have to do it, so now you won't be mad at me because you can blame the war.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I feel like even if that is the case, okay, like I got to give you the out then. Like, there's no way to like be upset that like there is actual war, and
Should we add? It was on the list and I didn't because I was like, is that really fast food? Like, Auntie Ons.
I wouldn't go there for a meal. Like, I feel like for a fast food joint, I want to get a meal, and then I do see like Starbucks is on there, so I feel like it's in the same vein as Starbucks. So I'd say because of Starbucks.
Starbucks has full breakfast sandwiches. Starbucks has like
okay, that's true for breakfast. I'm just never up early enough.
The thing I was judging is like, let's go get some fast food. I feel like you would never but I put Cinnabon in there, so I kind of fucked up. And
that's true. Cinnabon. If Cinnabon is like the counterpart to Auntie Ons, I'd say. There's also Wetzels. They're making me Wetzels.
I think for the sake of, like time, I'm not though, because it's gonna take so long if we had so many more. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that's like an hour of voting right there.
Okay.
Should we add it? What? I don't know.
KY is making a fair point here.
Alright, we'll add
every time you go. Okay. It's fair. It's true. I do that too when I'm at like Antians is like a staple of mall visits. And
there's also Orange Julius that I didn't add because I was like, that's not fast.
I don't know. Orange Julius, that like let's draw the line somewhere. Yeah, like Antians, I'd say. Antians we can add, and I feel like while I do also really like Wetzel's, I think Antians is kind of like the cornerstone of the pretzel, like the American pretzel, the American mall pretzel, I'll say. Because I don't know, initially I always thought of pretzels as like Laugenbrot, like the German bar pretzels, you know. And when I had an Anti-Ans pretzel, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is fucking trash compared to like, you know, a German bar pretzel. But, you know, it's not even close to the same thing. Like those bar pretzels, you have to like let the yeast rise, and it takes like a 24 hours to like make the dough for it. Let's see. Eric Yo is saying Orange Julius is just a bunch of dairy. Yeah, it's just a
Orange Julius is like a smoothie. It's like Jamba Juice.
Yeah, it's like a Jamba Juice. Yeah, that's what
like Jamba Juice was more liquid and less ice cream, I think.
Yeah, if Jamba Juice melted, it would be Orange Julius.
I didn't add Wahlburgers or Shake Shack. I also didn't add Five Guys or Chipotle.
I feel like that's not so fast.
We're gonna do another one that's like fast casual. So we'll save that for those.
I think that's like a tier above. Definitely like Five Guys and Shake Shack.
Okay, so the next question is, do we want Miss Fielders, and do we want, what was the other one? Or are we just good with
Wetzel's? Miss Fielders and Wetzel's. I usually, if there's like both places, I would go for Wetzel's over Antians. You know, I mean, I'm the KY might be mad about that, but I love their little like hot dogs. They're like these little cocktail weenies wrapped in pretzel dough.
Is this really Wetzel's fucking logo? This is like the worst logo.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I love the from Workaholics. They're like, it's making me Wetzel's.
I started rewatching that. That's fun. You know what? While we're here, let's do Miss Fielders. Just so nobody's gonna complain. We got the mall fucking. Is it Miss Fielders or Miss Fields?
Miss Fields, maybe.
In the mall.
I don't even know that one.
Miss Fields?
Wait, Willow, you've never heard of Wetzel's? Oh man, Wetzel's Pretzels. See, I guess Miss Fields I've never heard of. I guess wait, is that like the
Miss Fields makes the giant cookies when you can get like those like cake-sized cookies.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Fields is like a cookie spot. Okay, I feel like that's fair to add. I definitely see those. I usually don't go for cookies though.
One of them didn't upload. Wetzel? Oh no, yeah, it did. Auntie
Wetzel's, Miss Fields. Oh, Auntie Ans didn't. It didn't. Oh, there it is.
I don't know what's happening here. Do I need to do all three at once? Okay, there we go. All right, and that's going to conclude our list. I guess, did anybody... We have Arby's on there.
Arby's... I mean, Mark's not here right now, but hopefully he gets here in time to like champion for Arby's because he's a big fan, and I have to agree. I really like
Whataburger's on there. I got In-N-Out and Whataburger. Those are the two kind of like regional burger places. I also put on Del Taco. I'm going to be fighting for Del Taco. I know it's not a good battle because most people have never heard of it, but Del Taco's the shit.
Yeah, it gives you the shit.
We're talking fast food, man. All of
that's true. Most of this stuff is like the beginning of a cleanse.
Where do I see the fucking...
Damn, Eric's also on board for Del Taco. Okay, I gotta sign into my...
Dude, Del Taco is the fucking like...
Del Taco, dude, the bucket under menu. I would literally
put it S tier. I think it's like one of the best fast food restaurants.
It has like this taste of like, it feels like it's relatively fresh compared to like, you know, it feels, I mean, let's not go overboard here, not fresh, but it feels like it's real food
at home, kind of.
Yeah, like, that's what I was
like
saying.
If you buy the grocery store ingredients and make it a taco in your house with hard shells, whereas like Taco Bell tastes like it was made in some like nuclear plant.
Taco Bell is like, good, this is like just add water. It like comes from a pill, maybe. I don't know. It's like flavored sawdust. I think at some point they had a whole thing about like the beef not being like actual
crispy
beef.
Crispy chicken tacos. I usually get the
But-
soft chicken tacos because they have like Taco Thursday at Del Taco, where you can get the 3 chicken soft tacos for like
Yeah, what are they called? The
gross cheap price.
chicken, the what are they, like the chicken bacon ranch taco or whatever? Like the
Yeah, that shit rocks.
that
Also,
fucking-
their
yeah,
breakfast
that's
burritos are like probably the
Oh,
best
yeah.
breakfast you can get. Like, you turned me onto that, and then like I don't wake
Yeah,
up in
you're
the
right.
morning, so I'd wait until 4 a.m. and I'd still be awake, and that's when they start serving breakfast.
Those-
I'd go like get breakfast burritos at like 5 in the morning and just slam them.
That's true. The Del Taco breakfast burrito is probably like that's like restaurant quality breakfast food. It's so fucking good. All right, you're right. It might be an S or an A tier. I'm coming around now that I'm remembering. They also have, like the fact that they have shit for like less than $1. That's just like a rare thing these days at like fast food restaurants.
What else do they have? The churros are good. They also I like the shakes
Like
at
the
Del Taco. like
cheesecake bites, the fried
oh,
cheesecake.
dude, those
bites.
cheesecake bites, they're so fucking
they fuck.
good.
Yeah,
They're I don't know. Del
yeah.
Taco.
I'm
is
all the way.
fire.
I'm all the way to S tier now. I'm just thinking about Del Taco's menu.
The
Like
only
you
thing
know,
you shouldn't do at Del Taco is get anything in between the dollar menu and the nice burritos. Like the dollar
Yeah,
menu
that's
shit's good, and then like the like supreme burritos. But if you're paying on like the tier below, it's like don't waste your time. Like get the fucking asada potato burritos or get the fucking 99-cent burrito. Everything else in between is kind of like mid.
what the fuck is this unholy combination? Eric Yo has a dual A&W Long John Silver in his city. What is that?
That's pretty crazy. I saw Long John
No.
Silver's. I didn't add it. I thought it was too like obscure to put on here. Also,
Long
thank you
John's-
for the raid, Left House Action News. We're about to do some very, very serious polling here. Very serious votes. We need to know what is the best fast food restaurant. Y'all got here right in time to help us decide.
Yeah. What tier are these fast food restaurants going into? I guess we should start off right away with tier A&W. This is A&W without a Long John Silver's attached. Just regular
Yeah.
A&W.
One second. Let me get into like the poll mode.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
let me
do
think.
Can you do the bottom banner since I'm doing the
Yeah,
poll?
I can do that.
Just do what tier is, and then you change it each one. A&W. Which I don't know. I don't know. Do you all have A&Ws? Like, I only really remember it from being like in a mall where I grew up. These aren't super common in like our area. They're like a rare fast food. But I remember they used to have corn dog bites. You could get corn dog bites and dip them into cheese. And I remember that being the shit growing up at A&W. I don't know if that's even still a thing. Let's look at the A&W menu and see if they're still on there. But I don't know. I wouldn't consider A&W like a super high tier. A&W.
Boom. What tier is A&W? Oh wait, that's like too big of a banner.
Our food.
I want like the tracking banner.
Do the scrolling thing if you want.
Yeah, let's see.
There we go. They still have the corn dog bites. I'm into it. See, they got cheese curds. That's pretty fucking
Cheese
bomb.
curds, dude. That's I stopped there specifically for cheese curds.
So maybe they don't have the corn dog bites. They're cheese curds now.
For A&W.
That looks like the corn dog bites, though. There
The
it is.
cheese
Corn
curd.
dog nuggets. You know what? I'm
God,
back
yeah,
in.
dude.
This place is pretty sick. I'm gonna put it.
They
at
have
B tier.
they have like these weird little things like the cheese curds, like the corn dog things. I'm going A with this, dude. I will stop. I will pull over out of my way, like off the highway and past some other restaurant or other fast food stops to go to A&W for cheese curds. Although
BuzzKing
I w-
says piss equals greater than A&W question mark.
wow, definitely not.
We got haters
I mean,
in the chat.
I will tell you this though, as far as like my A&W, I'm getting like sides at A&W. I'm not going with like their meals or their
Yeah,
burgers. I'm getting like the
I'd say that too.
the
Like
corn
I like
dog
the corn dog
bites,
bites,
yeah.
I like the cheese curds, but you don't hear me saying anything about their burgers. Like I'm not going to A&W for the burgers. What's Freddy's
Yeah.
cheese curds? Fred Meyer or
Freddy's.
No,
Well, yeah, I'm
you're
not sure
talking
about
about
Freddy's.
It's funny, like Freddy's where we're from is a grocery store, like Fred Meyer's. People might call it
Yeah.
Freddy's, but
Freddy's,
I don't know that
baby.
as like a restaurant chain.
A&W
Oh, yeah, the root beer
floats,
floats
that's
are also
true.
like
And
a
they have
A&W.
vanilla. They have a vanilla cream soda too, like at the fountain. That's that wins me over hard. I mean, we've talked about this in the past. But yeah, their burgers are whatever, But they do have the stuff that comes with the burgers, like the cheese curds, those little like corn dog bites, the floats that you can get. I'm voting A tier for this. B tier wins though.
Should we
Okay.
wait for Mark to try to do Arby's, or should we just go for it?
Yeah, let's move Arby's a little bit further down so he can pitch
All right,
his.
let's go to Burger King.
He can pitch his. Okay, let me update the banner.
I don't
here.
know Freddy's. I'm gonna have to try it next time I'm in a location that has it. No, Burger King.
Is it just called Freddy's? Or is it like is Freddy's like shorthand for something?
Maybe everybody's calling it Freddy's, I assume. So this next tier poll is for Burger King. I'm like Burger King's kind of the same way for me. Like I'm not really a fan of their burgers, but I like everything else at Burger King. Like I feel like they have those chicken fries. Chicken fries are pretty dope. I also think they have one of the best desserts of any of them. Those like Hershey pie cakes.
Hershey pies, yeah, definitely.
Like frozen ice cream pies. Those are fucking bomb. And then like their onion rings are decent.
They also have an Impossible burger, like the Impossible Whopper. It costs the same as a regular Whopper, and it is like a plant-based thing. So as far as like the vegetarian options,
it doesn't taste like a Whopper. Who the fuck wants a Whopper?
Okay, I kind of like the Whopper.
That's our like, I don't know. I feel like
it's an A for me. I would say like sometimes occasionally I feel like that like if it does have like this taste of like it's grilled on like a grill, and I feel like they achieve that taste with some kind of I feel like they achieve it with some fake thing that gives me a stomachache, but I'm still enjoying it while I'm eating it. I just regret it later.
I hear this too. The French toast sticks are like when you get them for breakfast, you get the French toast sticks. I used to growing up, for whatever reason, my family would do Burger King breakfast like as often, if not more, than McDonald's breakfast. But
their spicy chicken sandwich is pretty fucking good too.
You know, I guess I'll put this in A. I think this is better than A and W.
Yeah, I think this is A for me too. I would go to Burger King. Although I would probably go get the burger at Burger King and then go to A&W to get some cheese curds for the side. So I'll be those people who go and hit up multiple.
I don't know. I kind of wish I voted B. I don't know. I feel like this is in between A and B for me because I do feel like we'll see what's in A, but I feel like on this list there's so many restaurants I'd go to rather than.
That's
Burger
true.
King.
I would go to quite a few of these over. I guess you're right. I should have been a little bit more sparing with my A vote. It's nice to see that nobody's going for S tier on this.
I pretty much consider like if you can go to Domino's and get a pizza for $5, that's fast food. Like,
oh yeah,
if you can get a freaking medium pizza for $6, that's fast food.
$6.99, and then you can do like this the six like there's like you could do like three. You get like a pizza, like a bread bowl with like pasta, and like a cheesy bread or like wings or something, and all of those items are like $6.99 each. Which
the onion rings are good. I agree with that.
Where Burger King? Oh yeah, onion rings at Burger King. That's true.
That's again where I was saying like other than the burgers, like I feel like Burger King does good chicken fries. They do good onion rings. They do good breakfast shit. They do good dessert shit. I'm just like not a fan of the burgers there. Which, I mean, like the Whopper's okay, but it's like not like I'd go to most of these other burger places first to get a burger. All right, so Burger King made it into A. Next up, we are doing Chick-fil-A.
Junior. Wait, Carl's Jr.
Oh wait, never mind.
You already moved it up.
Yeah, you're right. Carl's Jr. is next.
Carl's Jr. So Carl's Jr. is the best thing about Carl's Jr. is its appearance in the movie Idiocracy. Like Carl's Jr. is one of the mega corporations that runs the world in the future. Aside from that, I don't really like Carl's Jr.'s. It's like even around here, like some of the fucking fast food places have crazy lines. Carl's Jr.'s never really does.
We have a Carl's Jr. across
the street.
There's like
one right down the street.
I haven't been the entire time I've lived here, nor it always seems overpriced to me. Like
that's exactly
like the cheapest burger you can get is like $4 or $5, and I usually like going into places and getting their like dollar menu stuff. So Carl's Jr. just never did it for me. It's always like too expensive, and then if I am going to be paying like $8 or $9 for a burger, there's better options in LA.
Yeah, I agree with that too. So Carl's Jr.'s is like, for me, it's a last resort. It's like if you're like on a road trip and it's like the only option on an exit. I've heard
is Carl's Jr.'s people like getting on road trips. I don't know why specifically, but I had a couple friends who were like, I never eat Carl's Jr., but I always go out of my way to get it on a road trip. And I was like, I don't know. But
okay, Yamster, I've never tried their breakfast biscuits, so that might be what I'm fucking up, and I'm not ordering the right thing at Carl's Jr.'s. I'm gonna have to try that next time because I do like a good breakfast sandwich.
There's one really
like
close
the Egg McMuffin or the Supreme Croissants at Jack in the Box. God damn, dude.
The Carl's Jr. is also Hardee's, and also they have a Mexican restaurant in LA. What is it called? The Green Burrito.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there though, so I can't really speak to that.
Part of the same thing. The Green Burrito is just on the.
But that's true. They have like the menu. Yeah, they have the green menu at like the.
Yeah, they have like the Green Burrito menu at Carl's Jr. So it's also like Mexican restaurant, but that shit also like it's
I'm not.
bad
I don't
Mexican
get
food,
that.
It's bad at fucking American food. They don't do anything right.
When I go to Carl's Jr., I get the Western cheeseburger, like Western bacon cheeseburger. It's got like an onion ring on it, like barbecue sauce and stuff. It's honestly hard to fuck up a Western burger.
It's
So
also it's not bad.
not
It's just
terrible.
overpriced. That's how I've
Yeah,
always
that's what I
felt about
meant
Carl
too.
Jr. It's like I can get the same thing somewhere else for cheaper, and it's gonna be just as good.
Yeah, yeah. Jack's Supreme Croissants. Fuck yeah, Yamster knows what's up. Those are so good.
I'm
I
all
like
about
those
my
a lot.
fucking sourdough at Jack in the Box.
The
They're
sourdough
like the
like
only place
steak
that does
melts.
like the sourdough
Yeah,
Jack style thing.
that's pretty good too.
I love that burger. I don't know. The last time we talked about it, I thought that was gonna be a selling point for Jack in the Box, but everybody's like sourdough Jack fucking sucks, and it's like screw you guys. That's my favorite
Yeah, you
burger.
guys don't know what the fuck's up.
I go
Sourdough
out of
Jack
my
is
way to
pretty
get
good.
that. Like, I don't order meals. The only two restaurants I
Damn.
ever order meals at are the Mexican pizza meal at Taco Bell and the sourdough Jack meal at Jack in the Box. Otherwise, I always just order this individual stuff off the value menu.
Looks like Carl's Jr.'s is a tie between D and B tier, so I guess we'll have to drop it in the C. I feel like that's being generous, honestly. But I guess I was being a little aggressive by putting it into D. I will eat there before I go hungry, so maybe D is like, a little lower than that still.
Chick-fil-A. I honestly haven't eaten here very much, but I'm also like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't eat here because of the homophobia.
I just feel like, I don't know. We've already gone over this kind of in LA. It's like literally we can go across the street and there's like good fried chicken, and then there's like, Dave's. There's like that place in Burbank, Gus's. Like, there's so many good fried chicken places in LA that I feel like we don't need it. But
yeah, this one's D tier for me just because of their like insane politics. Like, I mean, they had a falling out with the Muppets. The Muppets were like, we're not going to support your shit because you support like, anti-gay shit and like, and you pay like, for these types of like, basically, yeah. And then Chick-fil-A came back and was like, oh, we dropped Muppets as a like partnership, and it's just like, no, you didn't. Muppets dropped your ass. So fuck Chick-fil-A. Fuck their bullshit, like cramming religion and politics down your throat. Like, I'm just here for a chicken sandwich. It doesn't need a side of like bigotry. I'd never eat there.
Do they do that at the restaurants though? I thought they just donated money they made to those places.
They do, and they publicly support those causes as the business. Like, I mean, if the owner wants to do that privately, I'm okay with that. But if you're doing it as your business, then I'm not supporting the business.
This is right. Dave's and Howlin' is not fast, even though way better. There's so many options in LA.
Yeah.
I would honestly rather
is
go to the
fucking
place
great.
directly across the street than Chick-fil-A. Like, they make pretty bomb chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, clucking chicken. There's also Hot Chicks like down the street. Like, there's so many like good
We're also in LA.
Nashville
I feel like
chicken.
this is more like if you live somewhere where your only options are this or Popeyes. Like,
I'll also say, between this and Popeyes, I'd go to Popeyes, and the chicken sandwich I get at like Burger King competes with the fucking chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, in my opinion, anyway. It's been a long time since I had it, so I might be skewed. But I remember when I had it, it was the first time I seen Chick-fil-A. It was when I moved to like Florida, and someone was like, "Oh, it's so good." So I went there, I tried their like classic chicken sandwich, and it's just like, it's a fast food chicken sandwich. I don't know why people are like writing home about it. Yeah, you got that wrong. It's Popeyes is a shiznit.
Despite all of Max's campaigning, Chick-fil-A made it solidly into A tier.
A tier. Well, fuck you bigots.
Cinnabon is our next one. I feel like this is so hard to like a dessert place to like review against food places. It's pretty hard.
Yes, I don't know if I don't usually go to Cinnabon.
I like Cinnabons, but like in the context of this, I would not eat it over like Burger King or A&W. I don't think.
Yeah, it's a little. Let's see. I'll update the banner here. Cinnabon is like a sugar bomb. Fucking. Like, I don't know. It's definitely good. It's hard not to be good. It's literally just sugar on like pastry. So for that it's good, but like if I only ever would get it inside of a mall, it's not like you can drive through a Cinnabon, at least as far as I know.
I guess that's my thing is like, when's the last time you've gone out of your way to get a Cinnabon?
Yeah, so
it's like a decade for me. Like I don't ever go get Cinnabons.
I'm gonna say C tier for myself here. I think it doesn't belong in the dumpster, which is D for dumpster. But it's also like if I'm at the mall, I might get it if a friend I'm with wants to get it. But if it's up to me, I'd probably stop by Wetzel's Pretzels or like Auntie Anne's over Cinnabon. But that's me.
They are pretty damn good though. I feel like the only time I ever had these was like growing up. My parents would get them, and then we'd come and have them. We'd like split them.
This is like
I remember
mall
liking.
or airport. Maybe it's like an airport. If I'm at like a long layover, I might get a Cinnabon at the airport.
I feel like that's not where I'd eat a Cinnabon. Like, I feel like shit in the fucking airplane. Like,
That's what you want. It just like knocks your ass out, dude. And you get on the flight and you're just like, oh god.
I will say,
what have I
Cinnabons,
done?
like, if you want your body to feel good, might be one of the worst things on this list. Like, we're talking about like they put sawdust in their meat in Taco Bell, and you feel worse after eating Cinnabon. I don't know what they're putting inside those things, but they're just like a carb load, carb, sugar, fat. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
tastes good,
Cinnabon
though.
is definitely. I don't know. Let's see how it's doing.
I voted B tier.
Wow, B tier's taking it. I don't know, guys. C tier, I feel like is more appropriate. I mean, it's not like you got cheese curds or little like corn dog bites and stuff, and I feel like it's on par with A&W. That's you're very generous today, guys.
I don't know what a
Extremely generous with
Schlotzsky
Chick-fil-A.
is.
What is it?
Says our Cinnabons all moved into Schlotzsky's.
Schlotzsky's. I think that's another like restaurant, isn't it? It's like another fast food spot. Schlotzsky's. I actually don't know. I'm just talking about an ass right there. I don't know.
Reminds me of like in college, people used to say like, "You want to take a shot ski?" Like when you take a shot, and then I don't know if you ever saw Colin Montgomery built a shot ski where he glued shots onto an actual ski, like a ski. So then you all have to get in a line and you dump it at the same time.
A shot ski. God damn it. That's so
stupid shit we did in college.
That's great. Oh man, I don't think I ever drank from the shot ski, but
I never did either. It's like I never really liked shots. I was kind of like a wuss when it came to shots. Like I preferred really strong mixed drinks, but I never liked just taking like straight shots.
Shots are good, but you have to get like high end alcohol. Like college people are drinking like shots of like Prince Alexis 100 proof vodka.
Yeah, that was
that
me.
shit's yeah, so that's like I would definitely also not like shots in that context.
Oh, we're moving on to Dairy Queen. I like Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, I feel like I love their desserts, but then I always forget that they actually have like burgers and like a full menu too.
But okay, Dairy Queen will actually go to bat for us since we're shitting on Chick-fil-A. I like their chicken tenders. Like over their burgers, when I would go to Dairy Queen, I would get a chicken tender meal with some like tartar sauce, the fries. That shit's pretty good.
I mean, I'd vote anything over Chick-fil-A, but I mean, you heard my whole pitch there.
I also do think, as far as like dessert goes,
Blizzard?
I would have a Blizzard over a Cinnabon, like in an instant.
Yes.
Like I feel like Dairy
also
Queen
Blizzard over a Frosty, Blizzard over like a shake from like Jack in the Box. Blizzard's definitely like a higher tier of like dessert.
I think this is like probably the best dessert fast food. Like I don't think there's a better dessert fast food place. And
then what was their slogans like DQ something different, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what it is. It used to be.
Happy tastes good is their new one.
Happy tastes good, and it used to be something different when I was like.
They change it like every 5 or 6 years, like all of them do.
Yeah, McDonald's used to change it all the time, but it's been I'm loving it for like a decade now.
You can't just vote on the ice cream. I can vote on the ice cream. What are you voting on for Cinnabon? I guess I feel like ice cream is as much as food as a fucking cinnamon roll.
I will say that like their burgers aren't bad. I just forget that they're there, you know, because their ice cream overshadows them so heavily. Like
I honestly can't remember what the burgers taste like because I definitely like at one point switched to chicken strips, and they had a Dairy Queen. Like we went to college, and where I went to college in Bellevue College in like Factoria Bellevue area. There was a Dairy Queen there, and I used to eat lunch there pretty frequently. I'd get the chicken tenders, and I liked it. So
the tenders,
I'm a fan.
It's not bad. It's definitely like I remember like the food I got there. I was surprised that it was quite good. And
there was no teriyaki and more.
It's amazing. The teriyaki place is so good.
Was right across the street, and then they also had the Lil John's. I think was like the
Lil John, the breakfast.
That place kind of sucked.
Like a little diner. Yeah.
I don't know how that place is still in business.
I used to think teriyaki was just always good because we lived like in Seattle area and like in that whole like Pacific Northwest. There's just a bunch of really good teriyaki, and then when I moved to like LA and I tried teriyaki, it's like, oh man, teriyaki sucks.
Like, yeah, that place was also like really good. The Factoria one. All right, our next bowl is coming up. We got Del Taco.
Taco Del.
So Del Taco is not as internationally known or nationally known even for that matter. But this is kind of like a Taco Bell type chain in Southern California. I think there might be a couple in like Arizona, and there might be like one in Oregon, but it's like pretty much in the I want to say the Southwest, but that's
Yeah.
LA's not
There
really
was a Del
South
Taco
by,
in
but-
Florida when I lived in Florida. That was the first time I ever had Del Taco.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I guess there are more of them than I thought. But Del Taco's like, I'd say it's cheaper than Taco Bell, and it's a little more natural tasting, but it's not like high quality food. It's fast food.
I'm going S tier, dude. I got hyped up on it because of
I'm
all
going
the
S tier
things we
too.
talked
Let's
about.
fucking
It's
go!
fucking the
Skew,
breakfast
go,
burritos. Yeah, breakfast burritos. They're the fucking buck and under menu is like value for days. You got Taco Tuesdays. You get like 3 tacos for like $2 or something.
I used to get 3 tacos and a burrito for $2.30, and it was like a half-pound burrito and then 3 tacos, and I ate that.
And
like,
and fucking plot twist, dude. They have cheeseburgers and crinkle cut fries, and those
actually,
are also
the
really
cheeseburgers
good.
fuck too, dude.
Really
the double
fucking good.
cheeseburger meal is super good.
And they do like specials on it where it's like $5 for 2 double cheeseburgers and fries, which is absurd amount of food for $5.
Don't like the crinkle cut fries. I'll say that. I'm not a fan of
the
their
fries. Aren't the best,
I'm a
but
fan
like
of the
I feel like the fact that they make burgers and like burritos that all fuck and their dessert stuff is on point. Like that's an S tier place. I was hating on it a little bit before we started voting, but I'm saying S tier for Del.
I think Del Taco is like
they also have a good amount of salsa, like their sauces. That's like important for Mexican food.
Don't they have a green one?
Oh, it's 420. Yeah, they have like a green
Not
one.
Enough,
and they have like
not enough fast food Mexican places have green salsas. I'll throw out there because Taco Bell did for a minute, then they got rid of it.
Plus, all their salsas actually have like distinctly different tastes, and I feel like like there's like a sweet one. There's like a spice with sweet. There's like a spice with just heat. I don't know. It's a good spot, and again, I think like a variety of salsas really helps make ties Mexican food together. Oh, plus they have like a decent seafood selection too. Like the like shrimp tacos are pretty bomb.
The beer battered
shrimp tacos. Yeah, those are pretty.
I don't usually get those, but they look okay.
They're not
S tier 1. Let's fucking go.
Breaking the seal.
Fucking dark horse they call them, right? Because it's fucking
dark
only
horse,
S tier Del Taco. I would not guess that.
It's
this one's a contender too, though. Domino's Pizza. Domino's is my favorite of the cheap pizza chains. Like, I don't think you can beat that like $6 meal thing. That shit's so. I
feel like I don't know for sure, but there must be some kind of like law or something keeping Domino's from doing cheese stuffed crust pizza. Because if they had cheese stuffed crust, it would literally like put every other pizza chain out of business. It's like the only reason that like we'll go to something over Domino's is for the stuffed crust. And yeah, I mean the deal you're getting there. They have that weird like powder that they put around the like edge of their like crust that's just like crack. I don't know. It's really good. Little Caesars. I hope you're not saying that's better than Domino's. Little Caesars is like I don't know, cardboard with cheese on it. Yeah, it's sustenance, but it's not like S-tier.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend eating the wings at Domino's. That's like the worst thing you can get for the $5 meal. The pasta's actually okay too. I mean, it's like it tastes like an MSG bomb. It just tastes like you're eating like a fucking ball of sodium, but it's good.
It's good, and it comes in a bread bowl, which also is like, damn, that's great. I'm voting S tier actually. I think I'll go Domino's for over everything else on this board most of the time as well.
I did A tier just because I was like,
you can feed like a whole production crew for like $20. That's a big deal.
I would say Domino's is the best bang for your buck, but I wouldn't necessarily like the reason I'm putting in A tier is because like the best thing at Domino's is not that good. The floor is good. Like nothing's that bad at Domino's, but also nothing like it's all just good. Like it doesn't get to great for me.
Wow.
Whereas like I would consider that like breakfast burrito at Del Taco like great. Like I don't know. That's like an S tier piece of food. There is no S tier piece of food at Domino's. Like it's like I like it all. It's just good pizza, but like
okay, that's kind of a fair point.
Pizza.
I like the pizza there. I'll always get is like I'll do white sauce with like what is it, like Philly cheesesteak, onion, and like mushrooms, and it's just like a fire pizza. Really
I used to
good.
make those at Papa John's. I remember the Philly cheesesteak when it came through.
Papa
John's is okay too. I don't know. Papa John's is about the same as Domino's for me, but it costs more.
Yeah, and you have the side of racism, which isn't ideal.
A and B tied, so I guess it's going into B because it's going to A because S was there.
S was there. Yeah. I put S. I pushed it up, baby.
All right. Next we got Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. I have nothing good to say about Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense to me at all.
This is an East Coast person's place.
Yeah, if someone here is like big into Dunkin' Donuts, please enlighten me. Why are people waiting in line for that when there's like 100 mom and pop donut shops on the way to Dunkin' Donuts and they're all like really fucking good?
My thing about Dunkin' Donuts, and it's my whole thing, is when I found out they weren't cooked on site. Like, I had a friend who worked at the one in, I think it was Santa Monica. It was like
Yeah, it was like the
near
first one
beach.
that made it out here. It was in Santa Monica.
And like she brought like a box full of donuts because they had leftovers, and I was like, oh, like these cakes kind of stale. She's like, oh yeah, they ship them in. They're like already like 3 or 4 days old by the time we get them. She's like, you guys are fucking selling 3-day-old donuts, and like literally they make fresh donuts all over LA at 5 a.m. at all these places. And then it's like, I don't know. I don't drink coffee, but I've heard the coffee isn't even that great either. So it's like the donuts suck, the coffee sucks. Like, why are people going to Dunkin' Donuts?
Right.
But I
And
guess
then
like
there's a
it's
line.
hugely nostalgic for East Coast people.
I mean, Krispy Kreme also has an absurd line that makes no fucking sense to me, and at like the weirdest times too. Like they'll have a line like around the block at like 10 p.m. or some shit, which is like, what the fuck is happening? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not.
I actually like Dunkin', or I mean, I actually like the donuts
I
better.
go for
'cause they
Krispy
make fresh
Kreme way
donuts.
better. Yeah, they're actually good, but I don't know. Dunkin' Donuts makes no sense to me at all.
And this
And,
makes
like-
sense. And Echo Mass says we have like Tim Hortons, Starbucks, and Krispy Kreme if we're lucky, but no mom and pop donut shops. So yeah, if it's like your only option,
Okay,
then yeah, I guess it's better than no donuts.
yeah, like right across the streets, there's like USA Donuts, which is like owned by like this really cute Asian couple. They make good breakfast sandwiches. They make their donuts there every morning, and like, I don't know, it's awesome. They do fresh squeezed juice and all this stuff, and you know the donuts are. I don't know how much Dunkin' costs because I don't go there, but the donuts are like $1.50 for like a Boston cream donut, and it fucking rocks. I get like a chocolate filled croissant for like $1.75 or something.
Even back in Washington when we had less mom and pop shops, I would generally just go to like, you know, Safeway or Fred Meyer. Like grocery stores bake fresh donuts every day. So
That's
like,
true, yeah, and they're good. Yeah, I don't know. Dunkin', I put that shit in D tier, man. D for Dunkin's. But
I also
C,
feel the same way about
C did that.
Starbucks though. When Starbucks comes up, I'm gonna be like I don't get Starbucks. I've heard it's bad coffee, even if you like coffee. And it's not like any of the food there is good. It's just like, how did this shit? It's like the McDonald's of fucking. I would think McDonald's is better than Starbucks though. Like, I was gonna say it's the like McDonald's of coffee. Just like location is everything. Starbucks is just everywhere, which is why I think it's popular. But like, I don't know. They got to be doing something else that people like because I don't get like the brand loyalty to Starbucks.
No,
and we're
me
from
neither.
Seattle, so like we should have some sort of like local
We
pride. to
should
that
like
shit.
it.
It's like nah, like
Although
Starbucks is whack.
I do like their refreshers, like the dragon fruit refresher drink there. I don't know if you've ever had that, but that's pretty fucking tasty.
C tier.
It's just like $6 for a fucking drink, though. You know,
yeah, I'm not into it.
it's a little like you could get a whole meal at Domino's for that. a whole
Okay,
pizza.
here's one that I think is going to be a fierce In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out. Okay, so the thing about In-N-Out, I feel like, is you got to know the like way to order shit. You gotta go like animal style, you know, add raw onions. It's not if you just order the burger straight off the menu, I could see why people aren't like enthralled with it. But like if you're like, oh, I'll have I'll have a double animmal style with raw onions and animal fries, like that's pretty fucking bomb. So I don't know. In-N-Out for me, it's like it also tastes like a burger that you made kind of like in your barbecue at home, more so than it does like a fast food burger, which I think that's kind of a plus for me.
My parents didn't like In-N-Out. I told them too. I was like, you got to eat animal style. And they're like, yeah, we tried animal style. They're just like, meh. My parents are not In-N-Out fans. I don't know. I
When
think
you order
In-N-Out
animal style, you get fucking grilled onions and raw onions. If
I don't
you
get
ask
the
for
raw
the raw
onions either.
too.
You
I add the
on your
raw onions
side.
back.
Grilled onions
You
only.
guys-
Fuck the raw onions. I don't
Whatever.
eat that
Then just go
raw.
animal style.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd say
The worst
for me,
the worst
In-N-Out is
about-
a very good fast food place. It's just I think it's overrated because like people just fucking go ape shit about it, and there's like crazy lines. Like I do think
It's
there's a
the
little too
Krusty
much
Krab.
hype around it. It's good, but it's not that good.
It's the Krusty Krab of Southern California. If you watch SpongeBob, you know how like Bikini Bottom is just insane about the Krusty Krab. That's In-N-Out. And the only problem with In-N-Out I have is the line is too fucking long. Like almost always, and that's keeping it from S tier for me. I'm gonna vote A tier for In-N-Out.
Yeah, and that's
very
sort of what I'm saying.
good.
Where it's good, but it's not that good. Like I don't want to always have to wait in a 30-minute line to get
Yeah,
like
always.
a good burger. It's like I don't know.
And I feel like it's like the local, thing down here in Southern California, I'd say. But like, you go up to like Seattle and have Dick's Drive-In. I think Dick's is better. Like, I don't know, I'll start a fight with people, but I like Dick's better than In-N-Out as far as like the local burger spot. It's also cheaper and just like I don't know, soggy fries. I like. Yeah, the In-N-Out fries definitely take some time to get used to. Like a lot of people don't
In-N-Out
like
fries
In-N-Out
suck.
fries.
You still like. You're like they're okay, and I'm like they're not. Like
They're okay. I've come around to them.
you can get them
but
double fried, and then they're too hard. If you get them,
yeah,
fried
they're really
once,
hard, and they
stop.
still have that weird taste of like being
Everything about
undercooked
their fries
potatoes.
sucks.
It's weird.
I'd rather get 2 animal style burgers than fries at In-N-Out.
Oh, what's poutine style? I don't know if I've ever ordered it that way.
Protein, which
Oh,
means
protein
no
style.
bumps.
Okay. Poutine, I would have been
Max just
into.
can't read. Don't
Protein.
worry about it.
It's far away, and I'm squinting. Protein style is where they wrap the burger in like lettuce. There's already too much lettuce. I go for light lettuce on that burger. Protein style is a no go for me. But I'm sticking with A tier. The line's
A-tier
just too
one.
fucking long.
In-N-Out is A tier. Next up, we have Jack in the Box.
Okay,
was,
Jack
if you
in the
remember
Box
from
is
one of our earlier
always-
food fights, I would argue for. I thought Jack in the Box is legitimately one of my favorite fast food restaurants. But
Yeah, Jack in the Box always is good, I would say. And they have such a ridiculous range in their menu that I think it's worth it. Like to just stop by. Oh, Mark, we waited on Arby's just so that you could pitch the case. But yeah, I think
do you have
Jack
any hot
has
takes
like.
on the current tier list? We're doing Jack in the Box right now. I'm voting Jack in the Box S tier. You all know I'm
I'm gonna
Jack.
say S tier too, yeah, because you got like the fucking jalapeno poppers that rock. The fucking like sourdough steak melts are awesome. The
Munchie
chicken
meals?
sandwich
Are
is
you
great.
kidding me? What else
The
are you doing?
Munchie
At
meals?
fucking,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
stoned
Yeah,
as
dude.
balls at like 3 in the morning, and you can get enough.
And it's like $5. You get a fucking burger, 2 tacos, curly fries, regular fries, and a drink for $5. Like,
yeah, I would say
fuck
Jack in
off.
the Box has a very diverse menu for a fast food place, and usually it's pretty good. Yeah, honestly, I would say S tier. I would
That's
probably
S-tier,
put it in S tier for sure because I like most of the things on it. Sometimes it gets a little weird. Like, do I really think I should get mini egg rolls at Jack in the Box? Probably not.
and then you get them, and they're like, oh, these are actually freaking
It's actually
good.
surprisingly
Yeah. It's like, should I get these?
Cinnabon, dude. I would put Cinnabon in A tier. That shit is like crack, dude. It's so
Ooh,
good.
that's
just-
what we missed
you just
Mark
re-
on. 'Cause
Yeah, you
Max
just
and I were just
regret
like, yeah,
that
it's
shit.
okay.
We're like, Cinnabon
Dude.
blows.
Cinnabon has
We're
like
gonna-
such a distinct flavor to it, and it's just absurdly over the top decadent, but it's really fucking good. But
Yeah,
it only exists in like
decadent.
malls for some
Yeah,
reason.
that
Like,
we
you only see them
mentioned
in
that.
malls.
They're only in malls
I was
or
gonna, like-
airports. I said airports at a layover.
Yeah,
You could
that's
get
I
a
was gonna try to
Cinnabon.
like put myself in a
Yeah.
self-induced coma. I think I'd start with it in
Yeah.
Cinnabon.
And that's
Yeah.
why that's why I was so surprised that you're like, I wouldn't do it at an airport. It's like, don't you want to be in the coma for the second half of your flight?
Well,
Yeah.
there's no freaking flight if I.
Oh, and you
Pass
eat
out
it
in
like,
the fucking
yeah, I
Cinnabon.
guess that's true. Yeah,
I do
you have to
agree
wait till
with
you're like
Carl's
boarding.
Jr. Like all of these are pretty legit. I would agree with most of them. Dunkin' Donuts, I feel like it's pretty regional. I feel like Dunkin' Donuts is huge on the East Coast, and I don't really give a fuck about it on the West Coast.
Dunkin' Donuts is pretty trash, but we have a bunch of mom and pop donut shops here, so I guess that's why we're spoiled.
Jack in
And
the
then
Box S tier,
Chick-fil-A
let's
was
go.
the one I put D tier just because of the like, you know. the
Well, they're very
politics behind it.
anti-gay, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can't fucking eat there. It's
Well,
trash.
and you know, like Chick-fil-A is pretty good, just from a pure food standpoint. It's pretty good, but it's very one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's basically a chicken sandwich, and you can get that at all these other places too.
Yeah, you can get a chicken sandwich, and that chicken sandwich is good, but they don't really do much
Yeah.
outside of that. The
Yeah.
waffle fries are pretty good, but nothing to really launch it to any upper echelon.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, now we
Arby's. So
got-
me and Mark were talking about this. I fucking like Arby's.
One,
We're
doing
what's
Arby's
like this-
next.
What the fuck is that logo? Is that like a? It looks like I always thought it was like an oven mitt, but I think it's supposed to be
It's
like
a hat.
a hat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hat. It's like a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah, it's like a hat. It's
What's
like a
an
big
oven?
old
I don't
an
know.
oven mitt. I don't see the oven mitt, but I've always seen the hat. There's
I'm
an
sort of
Arby's.
against. I think I'm against Max and Mark on this one. I think the beef cheddar shit's pretty fucking gross, dude. Like, I don't know. Arby's is kind of gross.
You can get like a roast beef dip with au jus to dip it in for like $3.50 at Arby's.
Yeah,
It's
I just feel like Arby's fills
absurdly
a
cheap.
niche in sandwiches, and they don't try to do burgers. It fills a niche in fast food that isn't really touched on, and I think it's pretty damn good. Now, like the dollar
I
menu
agree.
kind of shit, it can be really hit or miss, but you can get like some pretty quality sandwiches for cheap. And I feel like the McDonald's, Jack in the Boxes of the world keep going up in price, that they're not nearly as cheap as fast food used to be.
Yeah,
And I don't see
Arby's
Arby's
still
around
is.
very much.
Arby's
It still
just,
is
I don't
very
know.
affordable too. Like
think
I
it's
see
it's
Arby's,
still-
I just think like greasy diarrhea. I don't know why Arby's just gives me.
They
that
have the
fucking
meat.
vibe.
I think that's the cultural. Like Arby's just is like the butt of all jokes.
Yeah, I feel
That's-
like everyone tries to
yeah.
trash on Arby's, but they never try Arby's. And they have the meats.
I've had
dude,
Arby's.
and
The
they
thing I
got,
do like about Arby's is their curly fries.
Of
I
the
like the
meats.
curly fries. And also their dipping sauce. They have that like Arby's sauce, which isn't quite ketchup.
The
but they have that,
horseradish,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, they have
They're
that like.
Now
ketchup with the
I wouldn't say that Arby's is S tier, but I certainly would put it in A tier. I would eat at Arby's more.
People are voting. I voted S tier, and people are voting C tier. Fuck
I
you
would
guys.
totally
Arby's
eat
is
at
pretty
Arby's
mid, I'm
before I
sorry.
eat at Burger King. Burger King blows. I do not like Burger King.
I'd rather eat at Burger King. than
Well,
Arby's.
we chimed in with the fucking. They have the Hershey pie desserts. They have the like toasters, the cinnamon toaster stick dips. They have the chicken
French toast
fries.
stick.
The
breakfast.
chicken fry. I remember the
Chicken
chicken fry
fries.
commercials. dude.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys are voting C tier. Okay, at least B's coming back a little bit here. Someone needs to.
I'm the KY says the horseradish covers up how trash the meat is.
I mean, it's a fast food
Boo.
joint, dude. I don't know. I
KY
feel
is a
like it's
hater.
on par with other fast food joints as far as quality, but it's still cheap, and it doesn't try to do burgers like everyone else does.
So I think
Yeah,
it's
and
gonna be
I
in
like
B
the
because
fucking.
C and B tied,
Yeah.
but A and S are up.
You
there.
know what I would
Yeah,
disagree with?
that's a-
I fucking hate
I'm a
Domino's
little-
is trash, dude. I don't like.
Wow. Well, I guess as someone who's like a pizza connoisseur.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally like. Well, I'll get to it when we get to it, but
All right, we'll see.
KFC.
Okay, so KFC.
You know, I haven't been to a
has-
KFC, in
KFC
years.
used to be good. I think it's trash these days. KFC
Yeah.
They
just
still
got
have
went
those,
downhill.
you know, the like chicken snackers or whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
the snackers, they were great. They still have them, but they're like $4 a piece now. They used to be like $1.
Um,
yeah. The whole point was
fucking-
it's supposed to be $1 for like a little mini sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to like the chicken
like,
snackers when they're $1, but that's like the last time.
or the
I've been. It's like,
popcorn chicken that used to be pretty great too, and it was not like the one you
oh,
posted
dude,
in our
popcorn
Discord the
chicken's
other day.
bomb too.
Popcorn chicken at KFC is good, but
yeah,
like
but
KFC,
those like chicken bowls that they do are fucking gross, dude. I remember we went there in high school.
Yeah, they
we
are.
got like wicked high. We went there, and then like it was cold in the middle, so it's just like this cold
Ew.
gelatinous mashed potato, half frozen. I don't know.
the mashed potatoes and gravies is okay.
I think
but
KFC used to be really good, and
it used to be
I haven't
so
ate
good.
there in like a couple years, but recently it kind of blows.
The
I
other
think
thing
the
I'll say is
corporate
where we
greed
grew up,
just fucked it.
where we grew up, there's a KFC Taco Bell, and it's like 99 out of 100 times you're going to Taco Bell, not KFC. So it's
Yeah.
like, because I was the one that just got dunked on by Taco Bell. I was like, yeah, like if I want some like popcorn chicken on the side with my tacos, I'll get it. But like, I'm going to Taco Bell.
I would go to Popeye.
That's
If
yeah.
I'm thinking
KFC.
about-
Yes, Popeyes over
I would go
KFC.
to
But if
Popeyes.
KFC is part of a like dual thing, like a KFC Taco Bell, I'd be pretty excited to like scoop up like a side of like popcorn chicken with my like gordita crunch. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
I'm
the
not
idea
gonna-
of the sides. The biscuits were always really bomb,
I feel like the sides kind of suck though.
but
like
the sides have gotten worse. And
the
honestly,
everything's gotten
macaroni
worse.
sucks. The mashed potatoes are like super fucking like
I
dry.
think-
Like the
so I
sides
like,
are
KFC
I
bland.
like the recipes, but the execution is not that great.
I feel like the
KFC's
chicken's
whole
actually
pitch
decent.
used to be like you could go there to get like a home cooked meal on your way home from like your busy day, and like they'll take care of dinner for you. And they used to actually prepare all the shit on site in those stores and actually cook it. And then as corporate like greed kind of stepped in, everything became like factory kitchen frozen and flash fried and shit. Like now it's all trash.
Yeah, I feel like it just
they don't
rides on
fucking
the
prepare
brand
any of
name.
the stuff there
I
anymore.
think KFC's only relevant because it's like the brand kind of carries it, but the food is always just
Yeah, the food just went down the fucking
like-
toilet.
The chicken's still okay though. Like if you're not getting any of the other shit, and the actual fried chicken's all right. Or, like, I don't know. I've never had a problem with KFC fried chicken. It's just like the rest of the stuff is kind of mid.
I just feel like in the fried chicken category, I would take Popeyes 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, it's the shiznit.
That's true. I think Popeyes is more obscure than KFC though. I think like you could probably find KFC in.
You're
smaller
right.
towns
They're
than
far
Popeyes.
more frequent. There's only like one Popeyes near where we grew up. Like
KFC when you can't find a Popeyes. That's what it's good.
Yeah,
for.
there
Yeah,
was
that's
one in-
there you go. That's the selling
Valley.
point.
and one in Renton, like kind of close to Issaquah, but not a lot. And also the Popeyes in Renton's right by the Walmart, and that's like a weird cross section.
You know, I've never been to a Church's, but I've heard
Yeah,
nothing
what the
but good
fuck is
things about
Church's?
Church's. Church's is like a southern, like a.
What about Jollibees? I'd go to Jollibees way over KFC.
I've never even heard Jollibees. I don't even know what that is.
What's wrong with you? It's Jollibees, dude.
I don't
Dude,
know.
there's
Jollibees
no
is. I mean, I've
Jollibees
heard the name. I
Washington
just don't.
State. I don't.
All right,
Alright,
we're moving on to
alright.
Krispy Kreme. This is the
Who's gonna
next
hate?
to our donut place. I like Krispy Kreme better than Dunkin', but I don't think any chain donut places are like the bee's knees, personally.
I like Krispy Kreme. I would not wait in line for it.
Same.
There's one Jollibee in the
It's a
state of Washington, Max. One.
And it's the best. One.
How do you even know what Jollibee's is? They have in Florida or something?
No, they got them out here. You can go get a Jollibee's. I drove out of my way to go get Jollibee's.
I mean, why did you
I'm
know
calling
it
this
was
one
though? Like,
KK.
why did you gotta wait? Like, what experience?
There's irritating TikTok trends where people like dunk their chicken into like way too much gravy and
So
it like
TikTok.
overflows.
This is what we were talking about yesterday when Max was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I don't like the algorithm. Like knowing what I like in advertising. You got by the algorithm,
They
bro."
got me, dude. The fucking
Jollibee's got
TikTok trends.
Wait,
Although-
so Krispy Kreme. I would say Krispy Kreme is again kind
It's
of overrated
good.
to me. Like
Yeah.
they opened a Krispy Kreme in Issaquah when we were in high school, and it was the first Krispy Kreme to come to Western Washington, and there was like a line around the block for months,
Yep.
every single day. And now it's like
Yeah.
kind of a staple, but honestly, the only thing I remember that I like from Krispy Kreme is when I got fresh glazed donuts when I was in line. But
Yeah.
any sort of donut that you just buy and it's not fresh is just like every other fucking donut to me. I really don't get
Yeah.
it.
I'm saying B tier because it's better than Dunkin' Donuts, but it's
I would
not
I
agree.
said
great.
B tier too.
Yeah, it's
So
I think
would
it's
be
good. Krispy
upset.
Kreme also like they expanded and they opened up like ice cream shops so you can get like ice cream with your donuts and like they got some other stuff going on other than just donuts. But I haven't been in so long that I can. tell you, like,
yeah.
what
I remember the
super
last time
modern menu is.
I went with like my friend who was like a furry and she was dressed like in her full on like goat costume.
Not where I
And all
thought
the
going.
all the people at the Krispy Kreme, like all the kids were like super excited by her like fursona and like took pictures with her and that made the whole experience a lot more fun.
Did
I
you say
feel like-
fursona with an
Is
F?
that what they call it? A fursona?
Yeah, their fursona. So
Oh.
she's like a goat, like her furry character. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like
so-
that's such a common term that everyone knows.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
said
know.
that so
I learned.
casually, I was like,
I sat right next to her for like 2 years, so I learned a lot about furry culture from that.
I just,
It's- it
you
was
know,
really-
so this one time I went to Krispy Kreme with my friend in a goat suit.
Yeah,
Anyway,
my furry
Krispy
friend in
Kreme's
a goat suit. Her fursona was a goat. She also made those suits, commissioned them for people, so like they're multiple $1,000 commissions to do those fursuits.
Looks like it's B.
B
B
is
is
fair.
where
I feel like
Orlando-
I vetted that.
Krispy Kreme.
Okay, so
Yeah, I mean,
where
Krispy
you
Kreme's
said
like-
you hate you. Let's hear the pizza take on fucking Little Caesars here.
Dude, Little Caesars is trash. Dude. It's
Thank
straight up-
you. Cardboard with cheese on it.
Dude, it is 100% cardboard with cheese on it. Although the crazy sticks are like all right. It's like, but it's
Okay.
literally like dough with like a fuck ton of garlic on it. And so like I lived off of Little Caesars when I was in college because the $5 hot and ready could feed me.
That's
And-
true.
Me
the
too,
hot
but I was
rod.
aware that it was trash while I was eating it.
But I knew like I'm getting what I pay for. $5 don't want to get me so far here. And honestly, it's not good. It's not good. It's like the dough's like really
Damn, everybody's going to A tier. Y'all are fucking nuts, dude.
What's wrong with you?
the dough's thick, but also like not. It's like
It's too thick.
hard. It's I don't know. It has no chew to it. It's very
I'm going
strange.
C. I'm going
It's
C
like
tier.
it's
Fuck you
all
guys.
gelatinous
It's
and
the
weird.
gourmet of trash pizza. What are you talking about? Like, what other trash pizza is worse? Like, what pizza restaurant can you go to that's worse than Little Caesars? It's the worst of it.
Yeah, honestly, I would say in
It's the bottom
pizza
barrel. Yeah.
restaurants, it's the worst. In my mind.
Domino's is not worse.
Wow,
than Little Caesars.
get
That's
out of
not
here,
even
dude. Domino's is A tier, dude. It's been decided.
Because like delivery pizza is all like kind of gourmet fast food, or well, it's not even gourmet. It's just fast food but pizza, and
Yeah.
the quality of Little Caesars is even shitty for fast food in my mind.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
that,
would
that
think
should be like
Is worse. You're right. Chuck E. Cheese is like the only one that's worse than Little Caesars.
Chuck E. Cheese is like a fucking arcade, though. Like, come on, no one's going there for the food.
Yeah, I
Charles
bet a bowling,
That's
Mark,
like-
I
that's
bet
like
bowling
saying-
alley that people smoke in, like in bumfuck nowhere, also has worse pizza, but that's not like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like saying
chain.
oh Domino, like that's like saying Dave and Buster's is like a D tier steakhouse. It's like yeah, it's not a fucking steakhouse. It's a, you know, like chill out with that. You know, it's like sure.
Dude, I don't know.
Fucking
I just don't
Chuck E.
get it. Little
Cheese.
Caesars is just it's distinctly bad in its own way. It just has this weird flavor to it, and it's
Yeah.
too doughy. It's too thick, and the
It's
dough,
way too thick, and then it's like dry. I don't know.
yeah, it's
Get
dry
outta here
but
with that.
dense at the same time. It's so weird.
I get it. Okay, C tier's making a comeback. Thank God.
I don't know. I will say Little
Yes,
Caesars got me out of a
teacher.
lot of jams. Like I was in a lot of jams with no food in college, and it fed me like a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Little
it
Caesars
has a special
came
place
into
in my
it
heart, but I still think it's trash. Like I was eating trash, I loved it, but it
Yeah.
was trash.
The hot and ready deal, I definitely ate that often as well. I had a Little Caesars in walking distance from my apartment in Pullman, Washington, when I lived there when I went to.
You used to always drive. There's one
college.
near the grocery store in Bellingham.
The crazy bread's all right. It's just kind of like seasoned with like Parmesan and garlic. It's like Olive Garden breadsticks, which are good.
Yeah, they're fine, but they're
It's
like
pretty
whatever.
good, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
happy that we got it
McDonald's. We got
below
the big
Domino's.
dog,
at least.
everybody.
All right.
We got the big dog. Hoo, hoo. We got
Mac
McDonald's.
D, baby. Mackie D's. This is, I mean, for fast food, this is always consistent flavor, like good, quick service. I don't know, man. This might be S tier.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm Dominic McNabb,
Mac.
and I'm loving it.
You know, I am also like, as much shit as I've talked about McDonald's, like, it hits such a nostalgic spot. Like, I feel like it's an S tier for me.
It's such a specific tasting like burger. I'm voting S tier.
I also like.
I
I
crave
feel like
that.
Max and I
fucking
kind of
flavor.
agree on this one. Where like, one of my favorite things to order at McDonald's is just a plain cheeseburger. Like none of the fancy meals. Like
fuck.
just the plain cheeseburgers slap at McDonald's. Like it's like,
so good.
and you can't get that anywhere else. Like because it has that fake taste. So like if you want that fake
I want that.
cheap cheeseburger taste, which is so nostalgic for me now, like I don't know. I feel like I'll
something-
never not want
Something about my body just needs that
You
fake.
can't mistake a McDonald's burger for another fast food burger. It's very distinct. I mean, I did argue for this in the other food fight. Personally, I would probably go above. I'd probably go to Jack in the Box above McDonald's in my own mind, but it's the OG. It's very
It's
consistent.
the OG.
The Big Mac is a staple of society. I
Yeah.
think for what it is very consistent and quality above the other options. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
I
also look at the variety. Breakfast slaps. You got the fucking
Yeah, the egg
You got the
McMuffins,
badass
the fucking.
pancake
They do
injected
breakfast all day. They
What,
stop.
what are those? The
McGriddle.
griddles? McGriddles?
Griddle, they got the
those-
syrup injected griddle. So that's breakfast. Then for lunch, we have all their burgers and whatnot. And then for dessert, McFlurries are bomb as fuck. They got the
They're
pies.
good,
Like
yeah. You
it's
get
very
like
well rounded fast
M&Ms
food.
I'm really
or-
surprised you guys are voting McDonald's above In-N-Out.
I kind of would stand by that actually.
Really,
Most of the
In-N-Out
time
is A. I always thought I've only ate In-N-Out once, but I feel like it's such like a cult following that I'm surprised it's not.
I think it's overrated.
It's just the line is too long and the fries suck.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah.
McDonald's.
So
By the way,
fries
McDonald's
really-
fries are fucking amazing. Yeah,
They
that's
have
like
a distinct
They're
flavor
so
too.
much better than In-N-Out. Not even comparison. Looks like
Yeah,
A tier one though.
A
McDonald's
tier,
didn't get an
okay.
S tier. That's surprising to me.
I'm
I
surprised.
guess at least we're in A tier with it.
Oh,
I mean,
Panda Express. Wow, this is a hot take.
okay, this is
Panda
one where
Express.
like if you want to like have the shits later on.
If
Panda
you want
Express.
Chinese food, Panda Express is not Chinese food. But
Yeah, if you want Chinese food, go to a
I don't
Chinese
know,
place.
Panda Express is synonymous with like I'm desperately hungry. I'm in a grocery store. Like there's every time I see Panda Express, it's either at a mall or it's in a grocery store, and either way, it's really bizarre. It's honestly not even fast food prices. It's kind of expensive.
No, it's like restaurant fucking prices for like shit
it's the
tier
same
food.
price as higher tier stuff. It's like 12, 13 bucks or whatever.
Honestly, I probably should have kept this for when we do like In-N-Out, or not In-N-Out, when we do like Chipotle and like Five Guys in that tier. I probably should have saved it for this. But this is
Yeah,
on
this
like
would easily
I
be
serve-
D tier on that list
I
too.
think
I
Panda
searched
has
top
like, a lot of
20
good
fast food
marketing.
restaurants and this came up. So
Like Panda like looks good.
I'm
It
on
looks
B.
nice. They do a lot of like nice branding and things, but the food is just kind of ass. Like
It's
I would
ass.
say I would put it in B. It's like not awful, but it
B.
certainly is only out of desperation that I
I
would
put
get
it in
it.
C because like,
I'm saying
and this
B
might
tier,
also
it's
be an LA
bad.
problem, but like cheap Chinese food's not hard to find. And if you're
Yeah.
paying as much as you're paying there, you can get from like a mom and pop Chinese place.
That's
and,
a
like,
very
get
good
better
point. The
versions.
same thing in
Yeah.
Washington State. Like there's a huge contingent of Asian immigrants that live in Washington State that have emigrated here. There's a plethora of Chinese options that are far superior.
I'll say this.
the same, if not less.
Panda Express is for when you want Chinese food but have to get it through a drive-through. You can absolutely not wait to go in for
Excellent.
pickup. That's the reason you go to Panda Express. It's
Yeah.
it's drive through, and I guess that's why it's fast food. Is like that's really
I
the
feel
only
like,
reason to go to
yeah.
Panda Express. If you're gonna take time to go like order it and pick it up and stuff, you'll go to any other Chinese.
It honestly feels like it only should be eaten if you're like stuck in your car because you are paralyzed and you forgot your wheelchair and you want Chinese food.
What's the narrative?
Like, that's like the only scenario I can see.
How did you
people
get
going
in
to
the car
fucking-
without the wheelchair? Like somebody dragged
You got in,
away.
like you got in there, and like you got out of your wheelchair into your car, and then you drove off without the wheelchair on
You
accident.
left the wheelchair.
So
Yeah,
you're crawling
So
on
it's
your
like,
hands.
shit, I gotta get back.
And the
The
closest
wheelchair's still at the garage at
you
home.
can crawl
Yeah,
to is a panda, and you
Yeah.
might die from the elements. So you'll crawl.
yeah. So then it's like, okay, it's acceptable that you went to Panda Express. Other than that, you have no real reason to go to Panda Express. C tier, come on. That should have been a hard D.
I don't think anyone that eats Jack in the Box tacos expects them to be Mexican food. They're like a taco of their own category. It has American cheese and it's deep fried. Like
They have American cheese in them. That should tell you nothing.
Is there
not
cheese in there? I thought it was just flavor paste in like a deep
that's
fried
American
quesadilla.
taco. It's deep fried with a slice.
I'll
of
throw this out. Jack in the Box doesn't make any genre of food. Jack in the Box is just its own
No.
thing. It's not American food. It's not Mexican food. They're fucking like weird Chinese additions. It's like none of
Yeah.
it's real. It's all just.
Have you seen
Jack
their
in the
mascot? He's not even human.
Box. It's all in the Jackaverse. All right, Papa John's. Here we go. I used to work at a Papa John's. I feel like I'm salty against Papa John's just because I work there. But if I'm being honest, I think these pizzas are just as good as Domino's. Like they're just more expensive. But I feel like to me,
Hey.
Papa John's, Domino's, and Pizza Hut have exactly the same quality pizza. Like there is no
I
difference. between
100%
them.
agree on that. Yeah, I think they're all kind of the same. Papa John's, the only thing I like from Papa John's is that garlic sauce.
Garlic sauce is bomb.
Yeah, the garlic sauce is not bad.
And like
but-
Domino's has a garlic sauce too, but it's not quite the same. And but in general, Papa John's, the guy's like fucking weird. I mean, he's the guy
super
who
racist
had to-
weirdo.
who
Yeah,
had to try to say the N word less than 20 times a day. So,
yeah. For those reasons, I'm out. Like that's
I
a
got
D
some
tier
good
for
soundbite
me.
from Papa John though. Let's use this because
I
he's
don't-
on the.
Doesn't he
H3
eat like 30
podcast.
pizzas a month or some shit like that too? Like more than there's days in the month.
He has
Or
no
he says he
pizza
does.
experience. I love
He
pizza
has no-
and I love people. He's never been in the pizza category. Pizza's actually very nutritious.
Oh man, that's a D
John's
tier.
is kind of similar to me in the crust quality. It's like very cardboard-esque. Like I honestly would say I don't like Domino's because they just over season it with that garlic powder shit they do. But like
This.
just in general, like I feel like Papa John's crust is kind of like underwhelming and has like zero flavor.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
He looks
over
just like
40
a weirdo.
pizzas in the last 30 days.
Oh
Living,
god.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning
sweaty.
will come. The
Looks like
record
bring a
will be
lot of-
straight.
Yeah, it's because he had 40 fucking pizzas in the last 30 days, dude. You'd be sweating like that too.
Well, we
Kidding me?
did just cook 4 pizzas this afternoon, so I seem to do that.
Mark's trying to put the. He's like those are
I gotta
rookie
pump
numbers.
those
in this
numbers up, you know.
Yeah, you gotta get those numbers up. Yeah, man. I don't know. I just don't need my pizza with a side of racism, and for those reasons, I'm out. But I
Yeah,
do
I
agree
mean,
with Willow.
He is
barely
no longer
above
their
the
CEO.
Garlic
as
butter
far
sauce
as-
there does rock.
I will say he's no longer their CEO. He had to step down, which is what that was about. He's like the new guy has no pizza experience because he's racist. So
He
the
should
company
be in
is no
jail.
longer run by the racist guy.
Yeah,
I think
but
he also
did the
sold a bunch of
damage.
his stock too. Like I don't think he even has like majority ownership of the company anymore either.
I would
How does
put most
nothing
of
hit
pizza
D tier
spots
yet?
like in the same like B to C tier category, but within that, I would put Pizza
Maybe C
Hut,
tier.
Domino's,
Yeah,
Papa
it's C tier.
John's, Little Caesars.
Well, here we go. Pizza Hut. We got
Pizza Hut has stuffed crust. That's the fucking biggest draw
Honestly,
for me.
I'd say of those tiers, Pizza Hut is the best. It's not blow your mind quality, but it certainly is of the best of that style of fast food esque pizza. They have I remember getting the pizzones all the time, which are calzones, but
dude, I love those.
those
pizzones.
pizzones were dope. I got them all the time as a kid. And stuffed crust. I mean, and the
Stuffed crust.
pan pizza they do is pretty good too. So I would
Honestly, I'll
say-
put this in A tier. I feel like it's A tier,
This
but
is on par with Domino's for me. I would say A tier as well.
I would
A
say
tier
better
for
than
me.
Domino's. Domino's just over seasons their shit to make up for their shitty crust.
I almost want to go S tier just because the stuffed crust. Like the stuffed crust is just such a pizza
This might be a
innovation.
hot take, but I don't think stuffed crust is that good. I think stuffed crust can kind of ruin a pizza.
I'm going for S tier now.
If you have
Fuck
good
that.
crust,
Stuffed
like
crust.
stuffed crust can ruin it.
Yeah, I would.
Now
I
I gotta
would
go
would put in the way that this is set. I would put Pizza Hut A tier, Domino's B tier, Papa John's C tier, Little Caesars D tier. That's how I would do it.
People are voting S tier.
Dang.
People love
But
honestly,
yeah.
democracy. The people get to say.
That cheaper pizza
People like Pizza Hut,
category
yeah.
is
I
a
voted
little
S tier.
higher quality.
Stuffed crust.
They have some cool approaches to things. They have like the little like pizza $10 pizza box combo thing they do where you get like
Oh yeah.
a little personal pizza, breadsticks, and like the cinnamon sticks and shit. So I think their branding's pretty good as far as their marketing materials and things. So I don't know.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh, the stuffed crust garlic knots were so good. Yeah, that's true, Willow.
Yeah, they always did the weird ones where like they had like the pretzel bite ones too, where they
Yeah,
had,
they had little like little hot dog ones too, like where it was like
yeah,
little
and you
wieners.
just, like pluck them off. Yeah, or they had the
I
garlic.
like that nonsense, dude.
They had the garlic bread crust too, so you could basically like unhinge your crust, and then it would turn into like a little breadstick, and then you could dip it.
I
Yeah, we don't have
like it
good
when they
Mythical
do
Morning.
stupid shit like
If
that.
we had good Mythical Morning production value, they do those things where they take all the like discontinued ones and they'll have their chefs remake them for them and they like try them and rate them. That'd be a sick ass show to be able to do. But, you know,
I do that too.
I don't think I'm able to recreate a pretzel pizza. I don't have that sort of skill. So
I could try.
That's just amazing though. Like a pretzel crust, like I like that they just fuck around with the crust a lot, and I
S
think
tier, everybody.
they do it well.
Pizza.
All
Hut,
right, I'm
S-tier.
not mad about that. I voted for that.
All right,
fuck
here we
yeah,
go.
Popeyes,
We got
dude.
Popeyes next. Is this the
Popeyes.
Chicken King?
It's the shiznit, baby.
Dude, Popeye is the bomb, dude. They have popcorn chicken that's far superior to KFC. They have popcorn
Yep.
shrimp, and their
Yep.
sides fucking slap, dude. They have the Cajun mac and cheese, fucking phenom, and they have a crap ton of like hot sauces. Their sauce game is really on point. I would say Popeye is yeah.
Remember this?
Oh, whoop, that's not it. Yeah, dude. Little Nicky loves it.
In your mouth.
I can't hear it for some reason.
He says,
Now move your teeth up.
Why is that shit so quiet?
God, we were talking about Adam Sandler movies the other day. I forgot about Little Nicky.
there we go. This one's a lot louder.
Put it in your mouth.
This is such a weird movie.
Oh man,
Move your teeth up and down.
I think this
I guess
did.
for context, Little Nicky's like a supernatural being that is taking human form for the first time. So they're teaching him how to eat, and he's trying Popeyes for the first time. Holy shit, you spelled Popeyes wrong, Max.
Did I?
B.O.P.
Puppies.
Like I was like, what the fuck is that?
All right. I'll try again. Let's see.
Up and down. Good, numbnuts. Now you gotta swallow it. Tilt your head back and let the meat slide down your throat hole. Easy, don't choke.
Oh my god.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Now eat up.
There it is.
Yeah,
That
dude.
was
Honestly,
the-
the Popeyes biscuit is really dope too. They serve red beans and rice, which is like super southern, which I
Yeah,
appreciate.
second attempt.
Poppies.
Pop-
yeah, S tier, all 5.
Also,
Popeyes.
I will say Popeyes is so good that people got in fist fights over when
You
they
still
released
spelled
the
it wrong,
chicken
Max.
sandwich.
Whatever,
Wasn't there
people
a
know
whole
what's up.
story where people got like in a huge brawl because they ran out of chicken sandwiches at Popeyes?
Yeah, that happened.
Damn, dude. That's how you know it's good, dude. People are willing to risk their freedom for that sandwich.
All right, I think
Quiznos.
Quiznos went out of business, but I put them on
We
there
love
because
these
we have
subs.
Subway on there.
Dude,
Subway is my fucking beef. I hate Subway.
Dude, Subway is fucking trash. Dude, Quiznos was dope. I'm so surprised that they ran out or they went out of business because one, their bread was far superior. They had way better bread, and they
Yeah,
always
and they
toasted
toasted
it, and they always put way more meat. Their meat game was way better.
Yeah, they definitely like pioneered the toasted sub thing. And then like everyone else copied that shit. Quiznos, and they did the Spider Monkey song. The "We Love These Subs" soundbite comes from Quiznos. So that alone is
I
A
don't know.
tier material.
Quiznos to me is a solid A tier. I really don't like Subway, but I do. Quiznos was really good. They had some really solid sandwiches. Their sauces were really legit too.
Yes. Oh, look at that, Alex Bond.
How much did someone get paid to come up with this commercial?
Quiznos new Santa Fe Trios.
It's like a what
Yes.
animal is that? Is it like a rat or like a
spider monkey? I think it's called.
spider?
That was like someone's hand.
Yeah,
I think it's a little.
I don't know.
I think
See,
it's a
look,
little monkey.
their meat to bread ratio is way better than Subway. Subway always skimps the shit out of you. So they actually, although the sandwiches at Quiznos were smaller, I don't think they did the full foot long.
No, yeah, they did.
It was like a 9 or a 10-inch sub or something. But you know the fixings that you got was better, so it evened out in my mind.
Yeah, I voted A tier for this, but we're tied with B tier.
Have you ever had one of these that are like super long?
What, like the
like
party sub?
subs? Yeah. I have
feel like
not, but
they look better than they are. It's just kind of. I personally would take it over like Jimmy John's, like just because of the hot sandwich. I'm all about the hot sandwich. So
I feel like if you make the party sub yourself, that's probably going to be better than ordering one, right?
You said he was a sandwich artist.
Oh, so you made it at Quiznos. Okay, then maybe it was.
Or probably Subway. I think Subway is the one that calls it sandwich
made
artist.
to B tier.
Oh, sandwich artist. Yeah, you're right. That is.
I voted A, but I'll give it.
Starbucks. I think Starbucks is trash.
Starbucks is
I'm not gonna be
overpriced.
shy about it.
Insanity.
Yeah,
Starbucks is.
If we're talking about Starbucks' food, I think they make it sound a lot fancier than it is.
They're rating it just as an entire establishment, like.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we have
coffee,
sous vide egg bites. Look at this, and it's just like kind of like hard boiled eggs, you know. But technically, they made them sous vide, and they just made them sound fancier than they actually are. It's just like, here's some cooked egg, but we did it sous vide. It's fancy in a word you don't know.
That'll be $8.95.
In season 9, like this is how old Starbucks having like a monopoly on fucking just being everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like they're kind of like McDonald's, where the location is more important than the product, and Starbucks is just everywhere. So I feel like that's why they're successful more so than having a good product. But I remember seeing this as a kid. The Simpsons made fun of it.
I want to spite vote it into D, but I feel like that's not fair.
Every other story is
Can I help you?
I'd
like to get my ear pierced.
Well, better make it quick, kiddo. In 5 minutes, this place is becoming a Starbucks.
Nice.
I mean, the Starbucks across with an eye shot of a Starbucks. I think there's another show that makes fun of that, but it's very true, particularly in Washington, since it's a Washington-based company. Like if you go to downtown Seattle, there are Starbucks within eye shots of Starbucks.
Oh yeah, you can walk across the street from a Starbucks into the next Starbucks.
The one thing is their food is overpriced and kind of okay, and honestly, their coffee is absolute trash. Like it's a coffee shop first, and their coffee is awful because it's just
Quiznos. I think is gone around here too. I think they're out.
I think they went out of business as a whole. But I think Starbucks like got in trouble because their coffee was too hot, and they like burned the living shit out of it. So like it just tastes.
I remember that from McDonald's.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm confusing it. But either way,
McDonald's.
like Starbucks burns the shit out of their beans, so it just tastes like ash when you drink their coffee.
It's still around.
And then they're like blended drinks or like they're like special drinks.
Yeah, the refreshers. I actually didn't hate their refresher.
Well, no,
there are 359 Quiznos in the world.
Like their special espresso based coffee mixes and stuff. It's like just a sugar bomb. It's just like a crap ton of sugar and syrup and more sugar and whipped cream. So their black coffee tastes burnt and their regular shit is just sugar until you like it. I don't know.
I'm on board with Willow again here. I do like their teas. Those refreshers are good. And I'll agree with like the tea lattes, like their chai latte is pretty fucking solid. But other than that,
we're moving on. I made it to C tier. Starbucks is secure in the C tier. Next up is Subway. I say the same thing about Subway I say about Little Caesars. Sandwiches inherently are good. It's hard to fuck up a sandwich, but it's just the worst place you can go to get a sandwich. That being said,
to do it.
That being said, Subway got me through a lot of high school. We used to get like the sub of the day, the $5 footlong. So sort of like Little Caesars, it does have a soft spot in my heart. I think I'd throw it in a D if it wasn't for like all the times in high school that like my brother had a car and we could leave campus during lunch and he'd drive us to Subway like 3 out of 5 days a week. We had a lot of Subway, so I'll put it in C tier because of that.
Dude, Subway's D tier for me. Like they create this
agree.
illusion that everything's all fresh and fresh ingredients and stuff, and it's just gross. Like I don't. It's a franchise business, so maybe each franchise is different. But I feel like every Subway I've been in is borderline kind of disgusting. Just
Same.
as far as
The
like
veggies are also like
it's
I get
kinda
spinach instead of
dirty.
I get spinach instead of the lettuce, and they change it less often because everybody gets like the iceberg lettuce, not the spinach. So every fucking time I go in to get the spinach, it's all wilted and fucking gross because
It's like slimy and shit.
yeah, it's like
The other thing
I don't know,
about
it's like
Starbucks
every time, like in the last couple of years too. It's not like
Yeah.
that happened once. It's like I had to stop getting spinach on my Subway subs because I literally just can't because they fuck it up.
I'll
every
get
time.
I'll get the like meatball sub at Subway. That's a pretty good one, but it's definitely like mostly sugar.
Everything's just
Like,
kind of
so is their
okay.
bread.
And honestly, for like this fresh and
How are y'all voting this A tier?
I
You
voted
fucking
D
vote
tier,
Quiznos
dude.
A
I
tier,
agree
you're
with
voting this
Eric,
A
dude.
tier?
It's a bottom tier in
so they
sandwich
say
world.
it's fresh
for
and it's
damn
really
sure.
not that fresh. They say it's cheap. It's really not that cheap anymore. $5 footlongs aren't a thing anymore. And
that's
the
true.
quality of the bread and shit is just awful.
I agree. I think it's not very good. And
I do
I
like
guess
the
as a
Italian
side note,
BMT. That was my
the
go-to.
BMT is good. That's like a cold cut trio.
Do you know what it stands
effectively.
for? I used to think it was like a BLT, but do you know what BMT stands for?
Big meaty something.
Big, meaty, and tasty.
Oh shit! I was right.
Oh wow.
I feel like I've said that fact on the stream before, so I
Okay,
probably
that-
remember it from the
nice.
last
Okay,
time.
that could be it. That could be
Yeah, I
it.
remember when I learned that, it blew my mind. I was like, oh yeah, it's like bacon, something, tomato, and I was like, wait, this doesn't have bacon on it or
Wow, it's
tomato.
a tie
I
between
used to
A
get the
and
tuna, like the tuna salad, like subs too. I didn't hate those, but then at the same time, it's like when it came out that it wasn't like using real tuna, I was like, I don't know, that doesn't surprise me. It's
If A and
I
D
don't
tied,
know.
it's going in C because C is heavier than B. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get it out of here. Who the fuck is spite voting for A? You guys are nuts.
Oh, this is
How's D
Max's
tier?
fucking
Hello,
Max's
Taco Bell. This is
the
the
love of Max's
pinnacle.
life beside Paul.
This is the pinnacle of fast food. Like Taco Bell, you got the cheesy Oreo crunch. The Taco Bell like Mexican pizza recently was sold out across the country when they brought it back.
Yeah, I can't even.
Yeah.
I argued against it when we were arguing about like Mexican pizza versus cheesy gordita crunch, but cheesy gordita crunches are fucking delicious.
It's the
Also, Mexican
best.
pizza is delicious. Taco Bell, it's fake. It's not real Mexican food. It's like
It's
Tex-Mex,
not.
but it's
Yeah,
like
you know what you're
McDonald's.
getting.
If you want that taste, nothing else tastes like it. It's like its own weird. It's like the Mountain Dew of fucking soda. It's like there's something hyperactive in here. We don't know what
and
the
they
fuck
do
is
the
going on.
weirdest stuff. Like they take make the craziest ideas for burritos, or like they do like the Doritos tacos or the taco shells.
The
of fucking
Doritos Loco Taco fucking
like, it is
rocks.
totally like a fast food joint made by a fat kid in all the best ways.
Yeah, it's like stoners
So
behind the
decadent,
fucking
like
grill,
epic
dude.
mealtime kind of approach, kind of thing. One Baja Blast. Fucking
Mahalo
Baja
says
Blast.
creative meat isn't the greatest, and I agree, but that's part of the charm. Like, I don't go to McDonald's for the quality of meat. I assume the quality of meat is bad, but that's what I'm looking for.
And it's such a good change of pace from all the burger joints, the fast food burger joints. I don't know. It's S tier, no question.
Yeah. As much as I hate Baja Blast, I am gonna lean into, hey, if you like Baja Blast, don't forget to vote S tier for this because it's definitely, I don't know. Taco Bell is great, and then you got like, they have like weird ass ideas for like breakfast tacos where it's like a fucking waffle with
Their
like
breakfast is dope, dude. It's really
like weird, but it's like you wouldn't think it would be good. It sounds like disgusting, but then you try it and it's like, okay, like
Dude,
Taco
and
Bell still
Bell's
knows what they're
marketing
doing.
is on point. I swear, their commercials are always on point.
Yeah, they are. And as another bonus to Taco Bell, I would say if you're a vegetarian, you can substitute potato with pretty much any of the products. Like substitute the beef for potato, and it's still really good. So Taco Bell is a great drive-through option for vegetarians. Just throwing that out there.
People
too.
are going hard on B tier. People don't like
Fuck
Taco
you
Bell.
guys.
Is it us three, the only ones that voted S tier?
I
Or
take
the
that
only people
personally.
like-
I voted S. Yeah, that I am.
Wow,
It's just us
I
three,
voted
and
S.
everybody in the
Wow.
audience is like, no, that shit's mid.
Then we got 4 votes for S, so at least
Dude,
somebody
if
has
you
some
were-
brains.
It should have been S already, but I'm telling you, Taco Bell breakfast is. I just tried it for the first time recently. It is fucking good.
Yeah, and I feel like if you just read the menu and you look at it like as like from just reading the menu, you might be like, oh, what the fuck are they thinking? Try it before you vote B tier. You can
Already over.
I'm
It's
upset
secure
now.
in B tier. I'm sorry, Max. We will be moving on.
All right. Well, Wendy's is fresh, never frozen, and nuggets that fuck. That's definitely an S tier place. I would 100%. Wendy's all day as well. I hope you guys don't spite vote me into B
I mean,
tier again.
I think Wendy's is S tier too. I argued against you in that thing, but I really like Wendy's honestly, and they actually have some more elevated stuff. Like they have those pretzel bun burgers that are really good.
It's a bun burgers. They had like a right now. They had like a chicken sandwich that has like a fried mozzarella patty on it as well.
I can't speak to
wild.
it like currently, but they used to have a very good dollar menu. I remember Wendy's
That's
used to have
true.
like a better dollar menu than McDonald's.
Yeah,
They have
the
like the
nuggets really are
maxi
next
meals or
level. Those
whatever.
spicy nugs are really, really good.
Spicy nugs, even the regular nugs. I feel like the nuggets at Wendy's rock, and then you got other shit. You can get like the baked potatoes. I know Lewis doesn't like those, but they're good. Like baked sour cream chive potatoes and fucking
Their
bomb.
social media game's pretty strong too.
That's
the
true.
nuggets-
They
I still
troll
don't
pretty
think I'm
hard.
ever ordering a baked potato at a fast food restaurant. That's just not in the cards for me.
Ah, but you can.
I
You know,
agree.
just knowing you can is
yeah,
like,
they have like the
nice.
pub burgers and stuff, and they have like you know, kind of like cheese
Junior
sauce, fried
bacon.
onions, all those things. I feel like their burgers for a fast food joint are like a little bit of a tier above. I mean, I'm not a big baconator guy, but some of their stuff outside of that is pretty good. The spicy chicken sandwiches are. I would take a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's over a spicy McChicken at McDonald's.
Yeah. Okay. At least people know in the chat.
And their
we
fries,
know
the fries are
the
really
nuggets.
good. They're thicker fries than McDonald's, but they aren't limp. So they have like good hearty fries with a good structure to them.
What is Harvey's?
Yeah.
I don't know what Harvey's is.
Harvey's.
What is it? Harvey's?
I never heard of it.
Actually, honestly, I also don't know if I've ever tried Wendy's breakfast.
I don't think I've
If I'm at-
either.
Yeah, if I'm at Wendy's,
I honestly
I'm
don't
definitely
really
going
eat
with
fast
nuggets.
food for breakfast often ever. Like
Someone needs to go and vote S tier here because we're about to lose to A tier, and that's not acceptable for Wendy's. And Taco Bell already took a B tier listing. You guys are
ooh,
nuts.
Wendy's.
Fresh
You know
never
what's
frozen.
funny about this?
Fuck.
Fucking Wendy's
Fresh
beat
never-
Jack in the Box is the best restaurant, yet Jack in the Box got S tier and Wendy's did. Like,
Yeah,
how's
you guys
that
are just trolling. It's because fresh, never frozen patties and nuggets that fuck. That's all there needs to be said about Wendy's. I can't believe A tier. I mean, it's
work? A tier.
at least it's not B
terrible.
tier. I mean, Taco Bell, that's just fucked
I
up.
think between A and S is a matter of taste, you know, but
Sure,
if
okay.
it were B, I've never had
B,
Whataburger.
I'm like upset about a fucking Taco Bell at B tier. Fuck you. That's the best fast food thing you could possibly hope to spend your money on.
Whataburger is really good. Like, as far as just getting a burger goes, I'd say it's better than every burger restaurant we have on the menu. I'd say it's like in the same tier as In-N-Out as far as like burger quality. I'd say it's better than McDonald's and Wendy's. And
It's definitely they're
King.
huge fucking burgers too. At least
I
the
like
last time I went
Whataburger.
there, they're massive.
I'm not gonna put it in
burgers.
S tier. I'll put it in A tier.
And you know what? Last time I ate at Whataburger, when I was done, like somebody came by inside the restaurant, like inside, even though it's like you order at the counter stuff. Someone came by and got me a refill. They're like, while I was eating, they're like, "Oh, would you like a refill?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." And they like took my cup, got me a refill, and brought it back. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like table service at like?"
Yeah, that's not a
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
food joint. That's weird. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never had Whataburger. I don't know if there's any around here. Is it like akin to like a Shake Shack? We just recently got Shake Shack and
Yeah, sort of like Shake Shack. They don't have them
It's a
here
little more
either. Like
fast-
I had
a little
to,
more
I got them when I was
fast-foody.
driving to New Mexico. I think there's one in Arizona. I think they're big, kind of like in Texas, like Southwest.
Southwest. Okay. So I'll refrain, but we do have like some folks that live in that area. So
Yeah, I mean their burgers are good, but I feel like their side game was a little lacking. Like I don't remember any of like they didn't have any cheese curds or like the potato wedges or like something like that. Or they
I
didn't
feel
have
like you don't need
fucking-
that. Like look at some place like
That's true. Their burgers are
In-N-Out
massive.
or Dick's. Like places with really simple menus. If you do burgers and fries good, you don't need other stuff.
That's true. Although Dick's, they got the maple nut ice cream.
I'm sure they have ice cream at Whataburger or something.
Dude,
I don't know.
I-
Take a look at their menu.
I'll always be a proponent for Dick's, but man, their fries are awful. that's the only
What,
thing.
Dick's?
Dude,
I
they
What's
have,
wrong
Dick's
with you?
fries.
dude, they have
Dick's
those
fries? You don't like
noodly
soggy
little
fries?
limp fries. There's fries below, dude.
You don't like soggy fries?
Dude, who the fuck likes soggy fries?
Well, Paul for one goes out of his way for soggy fries.
No
He gets
location
2
within
orders
50
of fries.
miles. Why can't I just see the fucking
Prefers
menu? I
soggy
can find
fries.
it.
I don't think soggy is a good way, like a positive adjective for food. I just don't get it.
Breakfast at Whataburger, I haven't tried either, but I do remember their burgers being bomb. I said A tier for this one. I can't believe you don't like Dick's fries though. That's fucked up.
Okay, here we go.
So bad.
So they have breakfast. They got breakfast burritos. Desserts and snacks. We got brownies, hot apple pies, cinnamon rolls, cookies.
Ooh, that
For
sounds pretty good,
sides, we
actually.
got French fries, onion rings, and
Yeah,
apple slices.
that I remember.
Ooh,
French
a
fries,
good onion
rings.
ring, tip of the hat,
true.
dude. Really
That's
good.
why
onion
Burger
rings.
King has good
Dude,
onion
patty
rings.
melt.
Even though you
Look at
hate
this
them.
patty
That
melt.
was
This
pretty
looks bomb.
legit. I like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting hungry. I can't look at this. Let's go back to the.
Right before stream, I made breakfast sandwiches on my own like stove here.
Man,
So
honey
B and
butter,
A tied with SS2, so I'm putting it in A tier.
honey butter chicken biscuits. That sounds fucking phenomenal.
Oh shit, that does sound really good.
Now, here's Max's. I'm also not a fan
White
of this Max's
Castle,
White
let's
Castle.
go.
White Castle
They
has
made
disappointed me
movie
every time
franchise
I've
based
ever
on
had
this.
it. Like I've had it like 3 or 4 times in my life. Every time it's been a disappointment.
It is really tasty. It is a really like it's a fun like little burger. You can end up you eat like 6 of them in one sitting. You feel like a giant holding that little slider.
That movie always makes
It's
me
fun.
think, like the White Castle movie always makes me think it's gonna be better than it is. It's like some crazy epic adventure, and then when you end up there at the end of the night, it's like, fuck, I should have just gone to McDonald's. Like this shit is mid. Don't they like steam the fucking like they cook the burgers on like steam or
Yeah,
something?
they
With
cook the
water, it's
burgers
gross.
like on top of like the whatever. What is it like the lettuce or some shit that they're like? I don't remember what they're doing, but yeah, it's like steamed
Yeah, who wants
hams.
a steamed burger instead of grilled? Like that's crazy.
It's an S tier burger. Not only that, you can go to the grocery store and buy frozen White Castles
Those are
too.
also
Just because
horrible, dude.
those are trash. You should go to the fucking White Castle restaurant, make it a road trip, get your stoner buddy, get in the car, pick up
If
Neil
this
Patrick
gets
Harris
S
on the
tier
way.
and Taco Bell doesn't, I do
It's
not trust
fucking.
anybody's
It
taste
is
here.
S tier. It is fucking
It's
good.
not S tier.
It's,
If you had one
Taco
close
Bell
to you,
is S
if you
tier.
had
Taco
one, you
Bell's
only
better.
like it because you only can go once every couple of years. If you had one close to you, you would not like White Castle. I can almost guarantee it.
I don't know about that, yo.
Yeah,
I
Because
like
it's a
what,
special treat. You
in
like
Vegas.
the
I was in Vegas for 3 days. 2 of those days I ate at White Castle.
You're just a fool then, because there's good food in Vegas.
Vegas
and
has
White
such
Castle's
good
not one of
food,
them.
and I went to fucking White Castle. Yo.
White Castle
Just
Yeah, I think
blows.
that's more on you than White Castle.
I'm sorry. I mean, I went to the other stuff too, and at the end of the night, I'm like, you know what? I could really hit the
Everybody's
spot
voting
like 2
S
or 3
tier.
White
I'm the
Castle
only
burgers.
one that doesn't think White Castle's amazing. Well, y'all
White
can
Castle
go.
rocks.
You want to know why there's
maybe
not a
you
lot of
gotta
White
try
Castles?
again.
Because people don't fucking like it. It's like it only exists in like 3 states. That shit's not good.
Steamed hams, yo. Skinner knows what's up.
You like steamed hams?
It's a whole bit from The Simpsons.
I've never been to White Castle, so I didn't vote. I guess maybe I'll try it when I go to Vegas next week.
It's not that good. You can try
Well,
it.
in
And let us
adequate
know.
mass, you gotta try it, dude. You gotta like take a road trip to White Castle. There's movies based on that concept, man.
We waited,
Multiple
like-
movies.
Last time we went to Vegas, we waited in like a 40-minute line to get it, and I was so pissed off. It was so bad. I was just like, this is the most mid fucking food. Especially because we've been eating good Vegas food all around it, and I was like, we just wasted a meal. Like, I felt like I wasted the calorie space in my stomach eating that. I could have had something better.
Oh, ouch, dude. Fuck off. Let's see how the fucking
That's
votes
honestly how I
come in,
feel. And
though.
that happened multiple times
tier.
in a row. The last couple times I went to Vegas with my dad, that happened multiple times. I don't know. It's not like once.
Eric, you know I got that fucking Simpsons reference. That's a classic Simpsons bit. Steamed hams. Yes, they are. They're steamed. It's like I can see the grill
All right,
lines.
it got
No,
S
you
tier.
can't.
I disagree with this strongly. How is it better than McDonald's and Wendy's and
It
In-N-Out?
rocks. It's not better than Taco Bell, but it's better than almost everything else on this list, I think.
I
They
think the
definitely
burgers suck.
like there's like I will for White Castle, I'll agree with the thing. It's like their side game doesn't have to be on point because those burgers are so good.
If the burgers suck, so they just fucking suck. I don't know. Y'all are wrong.
don't
That's all I
know.
can say.
No, I mean you guys are wrong about Taco Bell, but it's redeemed with this White Castle vote for sure.
All right,
I've
we're doing
only been
Wingstop next.
I've only been to Wingstop once.
Wingstop's pretty good. It's hard to
It's
fuck up wings
okay.
though.
I don't know. I feel like it's got that weird like MSG taste. Like it tastes really fake, which is kind of good, but it's also its own thing. Like
They
it
have,
tastes like
like-
fast food.
Yeah, they have like thighs now too. They have like a thigh stop because like chicken wings were at a shortage for a minute.
They've
But
had undercooked chicken wings several times at different locations. How the fuck? Like one, undercooking chicken is
That's
super
tough.
dangerous. You should never do it. But two,
Yeah.
how are they fucking that up? Like you'd think that's just all
multiple
like
times
timed out.
at
I
different.
don't know. I mean,
locations.
Wingstop. I've only been once or twice, but like it kind of just seems like a fast food Buffalo Wild Wings to me. Like it's not awful. It's
Yeah,
not
that's pretty
great.
much it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in
Pretty
B
good.
tier.
It's kind of like you're going up to the counter to order and then you wait way too long to get chicken wings there. I feel like
Yeah, I'd say it's a solid B. I mean, they have some good flavors, but nothing that really blows your mind. It's just like there isn't a lot of fast food kind of wing places that specialize like that. So I guess it's like
Yeah.
fills a void there.
I'll
But
tell you what, it's a hell of a lot better than Domino's, like in the pizza
Kinda
places that do
okay.
wings. So
Yeah.
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that-
I agree.
They limit you to like I think depending on how many wings you get, you can only choose so many like toppings. So like I always go with like I like lemon pepper, I go with like garlic parmesan wings, and then maybe like a mango habanero one, or maybe like a dry rub like a what is it called? Cajun dry rub or something. Like those are pretty good. But they have a bunch. It's basically you order your chicken wings and then you can choose whatever like dressing you want on them, you know.
I think it's solid. If you just want like solid cheap chicken, it's a good option. It's not like you're not going to be writing letters about how amazing the wings are, but also it's like it's better than your average pizza chain's wings.
Pretty
Like,
cool if you're craving wings, you can go and get it real quick. You don't have to go to like a bar and sit down and get it. But it's not. Yeah, it's a solid B in my mind.
Oh wow.
I like making my
B
own hot
dubs.
wings. I haven't done that in a while,
Youngsters
but I
is
love
hitting up
making
B
my own.
dubs, dude. B Dubs is more like a sports bar though than like a fast food place. I'd feel like.
Yeah,
Buffalo
even on
Wild
the
Wings,
list.
by the way, is what I am calling B
Yeah,
Dubs.
Buffalo
What, you think
Wild Wings
Wing
is like
Street and
Hooters.
Pizza Hut's better? I feel like Pizza Hut's always pretty.
Oh,
mid on
you
it.
know what? Wing Street Pizza Hut wings are fucking good. Big fat fucking wings too. At least a few times I've had it. They're solid.
All right,
Although
we're
they
on to
don't have
our
the garlic parmesan or the lemon pepper, and that's kind of like what I'm looking for.
we're on to our mall wings, or not wings, but our mall.
Oh
Marf,
yeah,
Mall court. Which one's this?
Auntie
Wetzel's?
Ann's.
Oh, Auntie Ann's.
This is a pretzel place. They make like, I'll say, I know Auntie Ann's more than Wetzel's. Auntie Ann's. I used to grow up. I used to get the nastiest pretzel as far as like, it's so bad for you. I used to get the cinnamon sugar pretzel and then dip it in caramel sauce. I had a dessert pretzel and I fucking loved that thing.
Yeah.
But I used to get those at the mall. Like whenever my parents went to the mall and they were like doing shit I want to do, like, can I go get a pretzel? Can I go get a pretzel? So I grew up loving Auntie Ann's. But I don't know if I'd put it at like an A tier. I'd still probably say it's like a B tier. It's not that good.
yeah.
Wait,
I
are
mean,
Auntie Anne's pretzels deep fried?
I think they're talking about wings.
Wing Street is what they said.
Oh, Wing Street. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, like I call it Auntie Anne's, but it is
Auntie
kind of
Anne's.
like a distinct thing in the mall, and you can like smell it. There's like a very distinct like pretzel smell that you get when you get nearby. That's kind of cool. I
I
never
like the
Yeah.
varieties too. Like
They like pump that.
I
smell
don't know.
into
You
the
can get
mall.
pretzels. Like I used to get like cheese pretzels when we went to Target, but like hardly
Yeah.
anywhere can you get like a cinnamon sugar pretzel and like get sweet dips and like the variety of pretzels they had. I thought I don't know. I'm a big fan of like a solid pretzel, so I feel like I voted too low.
I
should
never
have
really
voted
had
way
a
too
craving for
this.
the pretzel, let alone have an opinion on it. I mean, I would say of the times I've had it, it's pretty good. I would say it's like a B.
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
I don't get the craving like independent of being in the mall and smelling that shit. But the second those smells hit my nose, I'm like, oh man, I want one of these fucking pretzels. So
Pretzels also like
I'm giving it an A tier.
whenever we go to like microbreweries or like like the San Fernando or Golden Road Brewery, like
like
the pretzels on those
gastropub
menus
kinda
are really
thing,
fucking
yeah.
good. Like I like a nice like if you can get like a beer cheese with a pretzel, that shit's so
That
good.
is true. Yeah,
true.
the pretzel thing and pretzels and are like soft pretzels and breweries go hand in hand.
They
I
do
guess-
have the pizza bites too at Auntie Anne's, and those are bomb. You dip them in
Oh,
that like.
I didn't realize
cheese
they
I've
were
never
or-
tried
bites.
those.
That's interesting.
Don't they have like little? They're like these little like pretzel pizza things that like.
I haven't
don't know,
been to
maybe it was
Auntie Anne's
those.
in like a fucking decade. I don't go to malls. Like the last,
Yeah,
I went to the mall when I went back to my parents' place in Bellevue.
Yeah,
but before
KY
that,
said-
had been like 3 years.
You're talking about you're talking about the pizza bites at Auntie Anne's, right? I'm not nuts.
Holy shit,
Those
S,
are-
A, and B tied. So I guess we're going with A tier.
I feel like the
yeah. I don't
They
think
have
I've been to a
pizza-
mall since I was like a teenager.
Dude, I hate malls. Even going back just like to Christmas shop for, I got my stepsister Jessica, I got her some Kraken earrings, hockey earrings. Then I got her like face stickers you can put on too because she has some sort of like season tickets this year to go see the Kraken. But there's like a Kraken official team store in the mall, and I had to go, and I was just like, God, malls fucking suck. Like I don't miss going to malls.
what is this one?
Mrs. Fields is like a bakery. They do like desserts. So they do like cookies and
Yes,
brownies. It's like a place in the mall that you can get like dessert baked goods.
Can we pull up the menu before people start voting on it? Just so you can
Okay.
Dude, I'm a big
It's
like
it's
my
cookies.
family's like a big dessert family. Like we like sweet stuff, and Mrs. Fields is the same thing. There's a very distinct smell of their cookies in the mall, and their
Uh-huh.
cookies fuck. And then you can get
It's
like
like the giant pizza
you
size
get the
cookies, right?
giant like pizza size cookie, and
Yeah.
so I'm a huge fan. I would put Mrs. Fields in like A tier. Their cookies are fucking bomb.
I
So
don't know.
yeah, they
dude.
make cookie cakes, they make cookies, they make brownies, specialty tea. But these are the things I remember seeing in the mall, which I don't ever really remember
Yeah.
getting them, but I always
I
remember
don't
like
ever
wishing my
get them.
parents would
That's
buy
the
me this.
thing. Yeah.
Oh man, Otis Spunkmeyer. They used to sell those at our high school.
Those
Oh,
are fucking
dude, I love
amazing.
those
Yes,
Spunkmeyers.
Otis Spunkmeyer.
Those
Yes.
are really good. I would say those are really good cookies.
I used to always trade because like Otis Spunkmeyer, you had to pay like as a cash payment for, but then like my parents would buy me like prepaid lunch cards, so I'd like buy someone a lunch and get them to buy me the Otis Spunkmeyer, and I'd like trade the prepaid food for their their dollar paid food.
Although you know, like there's Cow Chip. Cow Chip is like a local cookie store around here, like or in Washington, and there was one in like in Redmond and Redmond Town Center and stuff. Cow Chip's pretty fucking phenomenal. But
Yeah,
Mrs. Fields is more widely available.
I can't remember ever stopping there. I feel like I always went to Auntie Anne's. I never went to Miss Fields.
I'm gonna next time I'm at the mall, I might go in for a cookie. Like,
I mean, I'd say it's a good A. It's a good A. If I'm trying to get a dessert pretzel or a fucking fresh chocolate chip cookie, I'm going to Mrs. Fields, man.
I would say I agree with that. I would go with the cookie over a fucking weird, like what Lewis is describing, like a cinnamon pretzel.
Cake.
All of my taste for every restaurant is just the best. That's what I've learned from this podcast that we do, is that I have bizarre tastes. Like everything I like is not what people like at places. I like the Mexican pizza. That shit got discontinued. I like the sourdough jack. People are like, "What the fuck is that?" Like,
dude, sourdough jack's bomb. I agree.
Sourdough jack is. I agree. That one's a good one.
Okay, well, you guys had nothing to say when I was arguing for it last time.
Well, we're trying to like strengthen your case. Yeah.
Trying to win, dog.
Yeah.
It looks like B is winning unless we get a lot of votes for
It's
another
really
one.
funny that
B feels
I'm
fine
okay with
for
B
me
on
for
this one.
Yeah.
One of my old roommates used to always get hammered and get sourdough jacks, but then he'd get like really ashamed about it because he's like really serious about his diet, and so we would like hide like sourdough jacks in places. Like if we knew he was gonna do his laundry, we put like a sourdough jack right next to the laundry detergent so we go to reach for it. There's a sourdough jack. He's like, nah.
That's pretty great. Those are also like 1,000.
And he gets so pissed off.
They're like more than 1,000 calories for a sourdough jack. Like those are fucking massive burgers.
That's what's up. They also have the ultimate bacon cheeseburgers. Actually, has more calories.
That's like 1,200 or 1,300
I think
calories.
That's 1,400
like
calories.
Yeah,
I did
you get feed a family of 5 with that burger.
I did like in middle school, like for health class or something. I did like a report on like fast food restaurants' health, and I remember like trying to find the thing, and it was like 1,400 calories for the ultimate bacon cheeseburger, or the fuck is called at Jack in the Box. Is fucking gnarly. And the milkshakes are also, people don't realize how bad the milkshakes are, but the milkshakes are like crazy fucking calories.
I love this about Taco Bell, that they're always innovating.
Bringing back the Mexican pizza.
They're always innovating. They always have like these like rotating menu items that are always fucking amazing. Like they had the nacho fries recently.
Taco Bell keep it fresh more than the other
keep it fucking rolling. Every time I go to Taco Bell, and it's often, there's new shit to fucking try too.
Often.
It's not like a rare occasion. This is like once a week or something. So I don't know. You guys are fucking wrong. Taco Bell and B tier.
We got the next one up. Wetzel's Pretzels. Honestly, I don't know if I can tell you the difference between Wetzel's Pretzels and Auntie Anne's, but I feel like I always went to Auntie Anne's. So
they're making me Wetzels.
Yeah, I don't know the difference well enough. So I guess
it's crazy. Nothing made it to D tier. Not a single one people thought was D tier.
I can't believe.
Fucking Little Caesars. Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. Yeah, is way too high up the list. I feel like Panda Express was also
the
like
D for the dumps that I have to take after I eat it.
Yeah, double D's, dude. Fucking same with Panda Express. That should be in the D.
All right, we're getting off topic though. Like I don't have a context for Wetzel's Pretzels.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on this just because like I literally don't know if I've ever eaten a Wetzel's
I'm saying A tier, dude. That's like, it's a mall pretzel, and mall pretzels rock. So
I guess I don't know what distinguishes Wetzel's from Auntie. Maybe there's different menu items that they do.
I don't know. Just like Auntie Anne's, you can watch the people like roll the pretzels and do like their little thing like through the little glass.
Do some cheese pretzels. It looks like
they do cheese. They have cheese sauce too. So it's like,
it seems like they check a lot of the same boxes.
Yeah, it's a mall pretzel. Like they're kind of nailing it. They'll also do like a pizza pretzel where they have like cheese and like pepperoni and stuff on the pretzel.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Which is fun. And they do like these little corn dog, or I guess they're not corn dogs. They're like pretzel dogs. So they have like little hot dogs wrapped in. There you go. You see them there to the left. That shit's all. Oh, there's another one. The little wrapped up pretzel dog. It's bomb. There's the pizza pretzels. Yep. They're pretty good. I like this. I would go A tier on this.
This looks like my cinnamon sugar.
See, I never had those. I usually go for the savory though when I'm at the pretzel stops.
Even like the cheese ones look good too, though. I don't know. I just like the variety of pretzels these places have.
You know, Costco
I'm
used
sure
to
this
do
is-
a fucking cinnamon sugar pretzels
I'm sure this is like comparable to
way back in the day.
Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, I voted A tier. I really like this one. It's good. I like the
A-tier
little
one.
dogs, and the cheese sauce is always good.
I will say it's insane to me that Auntie Anne's and Wetzel's is above Taco Bell. How do you all hate Taco
That's
Bell so
fucking
much?
nuts.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that,
what
like,
the hell is
do
wrong
people
with you?
not like Taco Bell? Like, I'm starting to think I'm weird now. It's like I thought everybody loved Taco Bell. I thought Taco Bell was like,
No.
is that
No,
just because we
it's the-
grew up
it's the
together and we
children
all
who
love
are
Taco
wrong.
Bell? I'm having some serious life. Like,
Am I-
did I live?
Am I
life
so
wrongs, or
am I
what is
so
happening?
out of touch?
Does
No.
someone not get excited about cheesy gordita crunches like I do?
Eric Yo is absent for the Taco Bell though. Good to know.
I think Eric Yo gets my reference too with the Simpsons here. I think.
You know, IKEA has like the Swedish meatballs, right? And yeah, Costco pizza, Costco hot dogs and stuff.
Swedish meatballs suck.
Dude,
compared to
IKEA
Costco
does
food.
fucking hot dogs too. They do 50-cent hot dogs.
They're gross.
It's just
Have you
not-
had one?
yeah.
They're not good.
They're nasty, yeah, but I mean, 50 cents. You can like find that kind of change in the parking lot and then go get a hot dog,
All right, we have our final argument. What is the best of the best?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Between Popeyes, we got a couple dark horses in here. I feel like we got Del Taco is a pretty big dark horse, I'd say, and then White
Castle for
Castle.
me is a
I would
huge
not
dark horse.
expect to make it, even though I love it. I would say
I'll do a
my
5-minute vote for this one. We have longer.
my favorite's going to be Jack in the Box
I
of
mean,
these.
Del
But I
Taco,
would
there
go
aren't
for
Del Tacos around here. I don't know if that's a chain further
White
south.
Castle's really good too, though.
I think I have to do Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is my OG. When we had to choose for one to argue for, that was my
Jack
one.
in the Box
so-
is pretty fucking OG. That one's hard to top. They also they just have the most variety of good shit, and
We
like
have Taco Del
the
Mar is
munchie meals.
Is
The
Taco
Munchie
Del Mar
Meals.
and Del Taco the same thing?
Taco Del Mar, no, that's like a
Taco Del
different
Mar is
thing.
entirely different.
Oh.
It's way more expensive.
Yeah, it's not even
Well, I
close.
guess
fast
there's
food.
a Del Taco in Seattle. I guess I never went. I don't know.
Let's see. Popeyes is also really good, but I don't know. I can get a chicken sandwich at Jack and a bunch of like other things too.
Dude, I'm a huge Jack in the Box guy. If I'm thinking about the volume of where I go most often for fast food, it's typically Taco Bell or
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. If I lived near a Popeyes, though, I would go there all the fucking time. So
Oh,
We
so
live
you're
pretty
gonna
close
go?
to Popeyes in Burbank, and I feel like we never went.
Yeah, that's true. I barely went.
I thought I was gonna vote Jack in the Box, but I'm actually gonna go Popeyes. I fucking love
Popeyes is winning. I would not expect
Popeyes
that.
is
but-
one that I
fine.
could go to and nothing else. I would do one of those two because they have such a plethora of menu items. But I
Yeah.
would choose Popeyes.
The thing about when we lived in Burbank, so close to the Popeyes, like right across the street, there was Gus's fried chicken. That shit was fucking pure fire. You know?
Yeah, that's also
And-
why I wouldn't go to Popeyes, is because there's better options in LA.
Yeah, or I could go to like Roscoe's and get chicken and waffles. And that shit's
Dude.
open until like 3 o'clock, which is
Those-
prime fast food hours.
Those munchie meals at Jack in the Box
Yeah,
though
the
are
munchie
like
meals.
it's like fucking crack, dude. It's so good because you
I
get
love
the
the
curly
munchie
fry
meals.
and the
I'm
normal
going
fry,
Jack.
and all of the sandwich options that you get with it are clearly like epic mealtime stoner ideas. So like they're just so fucking good.
Yeah.
You know exactly
The munchie
the audience
meals.
is. It's only served late at night, so they know you're like drunk or high.
9 p.m. You know what that means.
We turn into werewolves?
No, dude. I start serving my late night munchie meals at 9. For $6, you get 2 tacos,
Hell
halfsy
yeah.
fries, and a drink, plus one of 4 awesome new entrees like the stacked grilled cheeseburger.
Dude, the stack of cheese.
Fucking hell, dude.
It's 9:37.
Grilled
You know what
cheese
that
on
means.
top of a burger.
We turn into werewolves?
They're seriously just aimed at like stoners. It's like the two guys are clearly stoned on the couch.
That's
Yeah,
me, though.
Like, it's great. I don't know. I voted for Jack. I think Jack is like, if I'm being honest, I like Popeyes, but I would go to Jack more consistently than Popeyes, and more so than like White Castle. and
Why is
all
it
the
It'd
others.
be random
hard to
who
look at the
knows,
menu.
but I'm pretty sure there's only one Popeyes in Western Washington. Maybe there's ones like farther south in Tacoma or something, but that's
Wait,
the
Jack
munchie menu.
killed kids in the 90s? What?
there's more than I thought.
What is
Tukwila
what
was
is this
the-
about? Am I the only one that recalls Jax killing kids in the 90s? I don't remember that. So
I
yeah,
don't remember
maybe.
that either.
What happened with that?
Damn, now you can choose your sides. That's pretty cool.
Wait, for the Munchie Meal?
Yeah, so like you can get onion rings and curly fries instead of tacos.
Oh, shut
Oh
the
my
front
God,
door, dude.
dude.
Oh my God, I'm in.
Oh,
I'm in.
if I
Holy
could vote
shit,
a
the
second
calorie
time,
range
I'd vote
is
again.
you get 2,000 calories for one of these meals. Your entire
That's like
daily
a
meal.
whole day's worth of food, dude, in one little Munchie Meal. And then it's like $6.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
bang
it's
for the buck,
crazy
it's hard to
cheap.
beat the Munchie Meal.
That's kind of
Popeyes is
terrifying though, because
creaming
like I
Jack in the
usually
Box,
get
though.
those when I'm like kind of fucked up. So like I'll just wolf it. I'll just destroy that thing in like a couple minutes. So I just like inhaled 2,000 calories in like 5 minutes.
I always try not to eat it all at once, but then I do. It
Oh,
always
yeah,
get to the
here,
point where it's
Jack-
like I can't finish these tacos and these like fries without being sick, and then I just go through it anyway.
Jack is copying Taco Bell with the box. It's because Taco Bell is just fucking
Taco Bell's boxes
innovative.
are weak shit though. It's just
Dude.
like it's like the most plain tacos and the most like plain burritos is like all they do in their boxes.
I don't know, but it's still $5 for like a pretty decent meal and a drink. They pioneered the whole box, the $5 box thing, just because they're pioneers, man. They're fast food pioneers. And you guys voted them into C tiers like a bunch of monsters.
Yeah, I'm
Unbelievable.
still going with Popeyes though. I think Popeyes has
No, I think Jack in the Box is.
it has
is
the
vote.
replay factor for me. I'm just thinking about what is the best. I think Popeyes would always hit the spot.
Doesn't
How
Popeyes
so?
only
Because
serve,
I
like,
think
one
Jack
thing?
just has the variety that adds to this.
Aren't you
replay
eating
value, doesn't
chicken
it?
100% of the time at Popeyes? Don't they
Yeah,
not do other
exactly.
stuff?
Well,
Yeah.
it's the side game. It's the sides. You get there's like mashed potatoes, there's red beans and rice, there's
You know what? I'll
coleslaw.
say I don't think I've ever had
Biscuit.
sides at Popeyes, so I will say that maybe that is true, and the sides are.
Jack in the Box, though, you got the bacon cheddar potato wedges. You got the fucking the what are they called? The poppers, the jalapeno poppers. You got the little like mini, what are they called? Egg rolls, little mini egg rolls. You got a bunch of crazy sides at Jack in the Box, dude.
Yeah, they also do
Back to
fried
me, back
shrimp
to me.
too. So at Popeyes, and then I think they do wings as well. I mean, it's all chicken, so I get that, but still, I still think it's that good. That even though it's only chicken,
What's new?
they do like ghost pepper wings.
got
They're
the-
fucking
Holy
nuts.
shit! You see this mega munchie box? What is in here?
Oh my god,
What?
it's a
They have the
bigger-
mini tacos.
It comes with 30 nuggets, 39 tiny tacos, and your favorite dipping sauces.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
Oh my god.
Oh, it's curly
They know.
fries, chicken nuggets, and tiny tacos. That looks like a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, the tiny tacos are great, and if they put that fake cheese all over them too, god damn, dude.
Wait, and they're serving Red Bull and soda. Like, what was that? Like Red Bull purple.
I'll go back,
Days
but yeah, you
thing?
can get stuffed jalapenos. You can get egg rolls, onion rings, French fries, and the curly fries. The curly fries are so good.
Curly fries are great too. Yeah, seasoned curly
Yeah, they're
fries.
serving some sort of Red Bull drink. Strawberry Red Days Red Bull infusion with Red Bull energy.
That sounds terrible.
They have a bunch of Red Bull
God.
infused drinks if you're into that.
I don't fuck with Red Bull when I'm like I said, and Mark already reiterated. I'm showing up at Taco Bell when I'm like stoned. It's late night. I'm not trying to like drink an energy drink.
You know what else is pretty good? The churros and the cheesecake.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all right. They used to have
Also,
a-
their
they used to have a
Oreo
chocolate-
shake, dude.
I've never thought to get a slice of cheesecake at Jack in the Box.
You're
That's
fucking
hilarious.
up. It's not bad.
It's because you don't think.
It's not good. It's not like good cheesecake, but like it's the fast food equivalent in cheesecake.
Yeah,
Box.
dude, a good churro is fucking bomb, dude. I used to
Dude,
work at
those
this
churros
place,
rock,
they
dude. They
did,
have like a goop inside the middle. Fucking great.
Yeah, they have like this
Yeah.
like liquidy stuff in the middle that pours out. But
Yeah,
I
Eric
will
knows
say I
what's
do
up.
think Del Taco is better churros. Del Taco kills the churro game. They're great.
Yeah,
I used to
okay,
work at a
that's
place that
fair. Del
served
Taco
Bavarian
rocks.
cream-filled churros, and they were absolutely phenomenal.
I'm
All right.
guessing. I'm guessing.
I guess Popeyes won.
Popeyes won. I didn't see the result, but
Dark horse.
congratulations, Popeyes. According
know.
to the Neon Space Podcast #1, you are the best fast food restaurant.
We're open to
internationally.
sponsorships. You know, we'll plug your fast food joint for free popcorn chicken.
Popeyes is fucking awesome.
Prince Prince Paradox
Just
worked
a
at
little
McDonald's.
linky.
Never again, huh? But I bet you ate a bunch of McDonald's on the clock, right? Do you get free McDonald's? Is there like a good perks?
See, this is how I am with Papa John's. I worked at Papa John's and got a bunch of free Papa John's pizza, and I'm just like, I'm over it. Like, I
Well,
don't think I'll ever pay for Papa
Yeah,
John's.
Lou's brother used to
Never
work at
ate
Jack
it.
in the
What?
Box too. He used to hook it up when we would go through his drive-through.
Dude, I was watching. I like it got late one night. To just like queue up my defense here before I say this. But I was watching on YouTube just like a GoPro strapped to some guy working the line cook's position at McDonald's, and I was watching that for like 20 minutes straight. as he's just like filling the lunch rush, and I was just mesmerized by like the amount of fucking plastic gloves this guy would go through, because he'd be like, put on these new gloves, grab the meat, put it on the grill, throw the gloves in the trash, go grab the other thing, blah blah blah, blah, and then like put on a new pair of gloves, open the grill thing, and it's just like, damn, dude, this guy's burning through like 30 pairs of gloves in like 10 minutes. But that was still like, man, what a like well-oiled machine. Watching this guy work, just like, it was mesmerizing. I was like, damn, I could see like working an 8-hour shift at this and just like the time flying by, because you're just kind of like, you always got shit to fucking do, and like, once you're over here and like now the fries are done and then this is going, like, well, I don't know, it seems like a kind of intense. But yeah, like I said, it was late night, and nothing better was on.
All right, I'm going to post this into the general of our Discord. So if you'd like to make your own tier list, and like you're saying In-N-Out should have been S tier, you can make your own tier list.
Taco Bell should have been S tier. You guys are fucking nuts.
And y'all can post it in our Discord if you'd like. But
Max can never let these things go every time we do this.
It's upsetting.
We're still talking about Almond Joy. It's been fucking months.
It's really
Taco, yeah, you know what? Taco Bell, dude. That's like, I'm gonna go get Taco Bell later just to fucking spite all of you.
Just live stream yourself. On
that'll really show us.
I was gonna do it anyway, but now I now have like a reason to do it. I'll let you know what the new thing is in town, because they're always innovating. They're gonna have some kind of like, I guess the new Mexican pizzas.
Welcome to the Baja Gordita Hotline. If you want to talk about warm, pillowy flatbread, press 1. If you're into zesty pepper jack sauce, press 2.
The dog.
Here's a fantasy come true. New Baja Gorditas with zesty pepper jack sauce and freshly made salsa, just 99 cents each. Better grab one now.
Dude, look up the volcano.
Ooh, with a shell so crispy.
When did you say Yokiro Taco Bell?
So flaky.
Oh,
so chewy and tasty.
hurt me.
You'll wonder why we put anything in them at all.
Por favor, drop the chalupa.
Get your hands on one now for just 99 cents.
I love that
If
dog.
you don't love it, we'll give you your money back. Only at Taco Bell.
Chalupa.
Get your hands on the new chalupa with a shell so crispy
Say
flaky.
Yokiro Taco Bell.
He used to, yeah. I want to fucking talk to this dog and tell them about you guys is voting him into C tier. Unbelievable.
I feel like that's what we really need to. What we really need to be campaigning for is for sponsorships. Is we need Marcy to be the new Taco Bell dog.
Oh man,
that's how we're gonna make the real.
Now we're thinking.
Now
She
we're gonna get
Kiro's
some
the shit
tacos.
out of Taco Bell, dude. Marcy, come here. You
Marcy,
Kiro
tell
some Taco Bell?
Hero Taco Bell.
Come here. Tell people how you Kiro Taco Bell. Come here, girl. Don't be lazy. Come here, my little Kiro dog.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
There it is.
Yeah, girl.
Taco Bell.
Mexican pizza for
Hi,
just 99.
sweetie.
Hell yeah, it's the Mexican pizza commercial. I'm into that.
Look at her, dude. She fucking Kiro's the hell out of Taco Bell.
Oh, Marcy, you could be the Taco Bell dog.
Girl, she Kiro's. Hi, sweetie. She loves herself some Taco Bell. You know what she likes at Taco Bell are those little cinnamon crisps.
Do you remember they used to have? They're called like Mexi fries. They're like.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they're like tater
they're like
tots.
tater tots or
basically.
Mexi
Yeah.
nuggets or whatever they
Isn't
call
that
them.
what they call them at Taco Time?
Taco
I thought
time.
that was Taco Bell, but they stopped. Like,
No, Mexi fries were Taco Time, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
maybe
bet
I'm
they
just
still do
wrong.
that at Taco Time. Taco
I
Time's
swear they had
also
those at
just like-
Taco Bell for a while and they just took them off the menu. But maybe I'm just wrong and I'm getting those mixed up.
I mean, I always found Taco Time kind of underwhelming. Like their
insanely
tater tots,
overpriced.
but, like everything else was just kind of okay, and it was a little more expensive.
It's so expensive, dude. It's like fucking sit down restaurant prices. And I guess it makes sense because of the like it's all locally sourced like food. Look at Marcy, she Kiro's. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
she
think I
Kiro's
really
Taco
give a
Bell.
fuck if it's locally sourced when I'm trying to get it at fast food.
Yeah, when you're driving through a drive-through, it's a little weird. Marcy, tell them about Taco Bell. Tell them how upset you are.
Marcy, what do you Kiro?
Marcy, Kiro some Taco Bell, girl? Oh yeah, baby.
Paul needs to do the accent for Marcy though. so we're not culturally
Yeah, it's
appropriating.
problematic if I do it.
That's another good thing is Marcy's a black dog, so now that like Hollywood's trying to be a little bit more diverse, she might get a better shot at
more
the
Oh, she might get,
representation,
she might get the. She does have the Chihuahua look, and
I think Max really liked the volcano tacos.
I loved volcano tacos. They're so good. That volcano sauce too. Like when that was going out of business, I went to my local Taco Bell and I asked them for like a bottle of it. I was like, "Can I just pay for a bottle of the volcano sauce?" And they wouldn't do it, but they were like, "We can give you a bunch of sides of it." And I was like, "No, I need it to last, for like a week or something. I can't just have a fucking bunch of sides." Marcy, you were too young to remember the volcano menu, girl.
And you know what I used to do was Teriyaki Bistro. You remember that place? They had that garlic sauce.
Oh yes,
Dude.
that fucking garlic sauce fucks.
I used to just go in there and then ask them, and they start selling it now.
Yeah,
like,
now they do. Yeah,
but for a while you just had to go in and be like, seriously, dude, can I just pay you straight up for that garlic sauce? They're like, yeah, probably.
they're so fucking stingy with it at the time. They're like, I was like, can you get some more of that garlic sauce? They're like, oh, we already gave you some. It's like, yeah, I know. That's why I said more. And then they're like, I'm like, I mean, I'll pay you. I don't like. I'm not asking you to just give me stuff if you need me to pay. And they're like, they're still like weird about it. They're like, I don't know if we can do that. And like, how much does it cost to get some fucking sauce here, man?
Yeah, you like rationing it? Like, come on, man.
Right?
We're doing a revote for
irritating.
Taco Bell just to see. I got some
Now that we have the
Taco Bell
taco,
footage in the top left, you all can see the history of the Taco Bell while we vote on it.
And just look, Marcy's watching this time too. So are you going to do that to her? She Kiro's
And
Taco Bell.
I see Yamster asks if we're going to make war on our planet this weekend.
She
I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled, but I also have some troops. I'd be down to fight. Also, my gig got canceled, so I'm no longer working tomorrow. So I'm available this weekend again.
Yeah, I've rebuilt a decent bit. I have some shit to throw around. I could, if you pick a target, I could join in.
Oh, look at you, Marcy.
Taco Bell's getting
really
closer to
hoping.
S tier this time.
Marcy's voting S tier. She's loving it. Oh, girl.
Damn, this makes me want Taco Bell to seeing them put that hot sauce on
It's
stuff.
so fucking good.
Oh,
Did you ever look at the volcano taco menu too, or the commercial for the volcano stuff was so funny? It's just like a bunch of like groomsmen at a wedding, and they're all like sweating gallons because they ate a volcano
what are these
taco.
guns? Taco guns. I'm watching these things. You, like,
that's for the sauce dispensing.
Like sour cream gun.
Marcy, that's the sauce dispenser gun.
That looks disgusting.
Let's go.
Taco
Bell.
I would eat the shit out of it, but that did not look appetizing.
Yeah, that's why you have the lettuce cover it up. You don't gotta look.
You need to cover up that meat. That does not look good.
I mean,
it would be good. It'd be cool to be that good at folding them. I feel like my ability to refold stuff after unwrapping, like from any restaurant, is so bad. It'd be good to have that skill.
Yeah, and you kind of have to be a little delicate so you don't break the hard shell.
Marcy, look at it. Let's take a look at the vote, Marcy, together. And
The poll is 4 for S and 2 for C tier. So Taco Bell's doing
C
better.
tier? Who wants to see the world burn? That's absurd.
There's some people here that really do not like Taco Bell. Is what I'm worried.
What's wrong with Taco Bell? Like, I haven't heard one negative about it. I mean, the only thing I could think is like, I could think that like maybe like Baja Blast is kind of gross, but
Baja Blast is a selling point for
you don't have to order it.
You're not getting marks against having an extra soda.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to order it. I don't order Baja Blast, but
The way they do it at Chipotle is pretty good too. I'm really impressed by that. I think the key is
dude.
Steam it a little bit so it's a little more malleable, so it doesn't tear. But I'm always so ass at like rolling my own burritos.
Mahala and Prince Paradox seem to not like Taco Bell.
What's wrong with TacoEll? What do you not like about it? Yeah, I mean, why? Marcy, cover your ears, girl. You don't need to hear this. Girl, you don't need to hear this.
I think
girl.
S tier might win this time, though. Actually, no, C tier is winning. C tier is past
you
S tier.
You gotta be shitting me, dude.
I haven't voted. I feel like I'm
you gotta vote, dude. You gotta vote Taco Bell S tier, man. Let's be real here.
I'm letting the people decide. I'm not gonna vote, but I would like it to be
S tier is tied.
Mark doesn't identify as the people. Look at King Mark over here. He's above all the people, just letting us plebes eat Taco Bell.
Revote. I voted in the original one.
In reality, you guys got scammed.
C for the win. Oh man, you guys. Taco comes in. And
This
that's
is
straight on
neck
my
and
ass.
neck.
I don't know where. Yeah, but when it's going, look, I get that Taco Bell is like, you know, the beginning of a cleanse. But when you do eat the Taco Bell on the way in, is what we're judging it, not on what's not on the like
I think
hour or
most
half hour
fast
later.
food like is not good on my body.
Yeah, all of this stuff is like gonna destroy your
We
insides.
got another
and
Taco Bell hater. We found all the Taco Bell haters.
Wow, dude, you guys are
Little Bar,
nuts.
Taco Bell was in B tier originally.
Oh yeah, and now they're trying to push it down, dude. This is like a witch hunt.
Mega doo-doo.
That video is so much funnier after I saw the context. Like, it sounded funny when I first played it, then when we went and saw the context of that. Oh, I forgot Taste Today is off the rails. We haven't done any of that yet. Shit, should we just start
I
backing it off the
posted
rails?
I posted a bunch of fucking off the rails videos, but we are like, I can't believe if the revote. By the way, if the revote lands it in C tier, we're staying in B tier. I'm just calling that right now. We're not gonna push it down. We can move it up, but we're not moving down. That's nuts. Like, that's absurd. You guys are you're trying to spite me. I could feel it. Like, you don't have a real hate for it. It's just you want me to fucking. You're trying to get a rise, and I'm not gonna. Marcy, look, Marcy already left. She's not here for it either. Unbelievable.
Wait. S tier's winning by one vote.
Get your vote in, dude. Oh, get your vote in. Come on, Black
7.
Horse.
S has 8. C has 7.
Yeah, get that vote in, yo. Get those numbers up.
Oh, let's see. Is it gonna make it?
Rigged nothing, yo. Mark probably didn't even vote.
I have not voted.
Look at that.
Oh,
Mark
S tier
didn't even
won.
vote. So we could basically
Taco
say
Bell.
that's 9-7 because Mark, you wrote an S tier for Taco Bell, right? I mean,
I would have voted yes here. I originally voted yes.
yeah, it's because you have a sensible head on your shoulders.
And you know what I watched on my Taco Bell with? Baja Blast.
I mean, yeah, that's where we
Most
differ. But
excellent sodas to enter the market.
are you kidding me, dude? That's fucking like nasty. It's like they forgot to like mix in like water with the syrup. It's too fucking much syrup.
Do you like Skittles? Do you like soda? Have it in one drink. Baja Blast. Changing lives.
Skittles
All
are
right.
fucking poison, dude.
We
But
have
they're still
entered the off the rails section of our podcast. This is when we watch funny videos and react to them. Or they're not necessarily funny. We'll find out what
Off
they are. They
the
could be
rails,
funny. They could
baby.
be cringe.
I
They could be
picked-
They're
I
anywhere on
added-
the spectrum
yeah.
of funny to cringe. Yeah.
I added some that were pretty fucking nuts this week.
All right,
Nothing
this
too
one's called the perfect
dangerous,
poll.
though.
Let's see what it is.
Oh yeah, this one.
Wait, what? What is it all sitting on then?
I mean, this is like he's gonna pull away the. It's like a subversion of the expectation. I love.
Yeah, I
this.
understand, but like I'm confused how it's still standing. Is there another table under it or on top of it?
It's magic,
looks
baby.
like it. I think so.
That's pretty impressive, though. What
I
we just
enjoyed
saw
that
was
one.
I'm trying to get better for the audio listeners. What we just saw was a guy who's like, he's trying to pull out a tablecloth, and there's those videos where like you pull a tablecloth and everything on the table doesn't move. So you think he's going to do that, and then he pulls the table underneath the cloth. So he pulls out an entire table instead of pulling the cloth out. It was unexpected.
Fucking
I'll say that.
Great. That was good. That was good. I started off. That was one of mine for sure.
All right, I gotta break away at this point here though. But on a different side note, I found out that we can do. I think Willowbar was saying something about how we could do use a Cricut like to engrave like acrylic for our physical things for Neon Space. And then my mom, who likes to play around with the Cricut tools and stuff, showed me a video of where you can colorize them, so you can etch them into acrylic and then emboss color into it, so you could theoretically have this clear acrylic sheet with like a engraving of the Neon Space sign artwork that is colorized.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's kind of a cool thing. Now, I don't
know
how easy it is to do ourselves. I mean, my mom sent me some videos to try and figure it out, but I thought that was kind of a cool idea if we're trying to think of different styles of physicals we could do down the line.
Yeah,
we're also talking about maybe doing patches. Max likes the idea of making like sew on patches.
I like patches a lot. If people like patches, let me know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've never really sewn on a patch before, but I definitely know people who do like that.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing those because we could make, if we get like a manufacturing unit, we can make them very small batch, so we wouldn't have to make 100. We could make like 5 and then have them be really rare.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, but anyway, I gotta run. But
yeah, I'm gonna play this video. This is
catch
called
y'all
"Random Kid Tries Grabbing a Squirrel at the Zoo." See what happens.
Yeah, he gets what's coming to him. Another one of my amazing finds.
Okay, so the kid went in to try to grab a squirrel, and it just like
bit him in the
climbed
leg.
on his leg and was like running in circles around him, like climbing around on him.
I think it got him like in the ankle or something. It looks like it latches on, and then he like shakes it off.
So you guys are fucking with squirrels, they don't fuck with
I
squirrels.
feel like the parents should have stepped in way before it got to that point. They should have been like, "Yo, don't touch wild animals." But yeah, you know. Yeah,
right,
definitely.
this one's
Hopefully
called
he's up to date
Idiots.
on his tetanus shots.
This one's called Idiots in Cars, No Time for Traffic Jam. Let's see what. Oh, there's a guy on a motorcycle. This is gonna be good.
Oh yeah. Oh no, the motorcycle isn't even the exciting part. Look at this guy.
Oh, that is not how you. Oh my god! Just scrape the fuck out of the bottom of that car. Okay, so there's a guy. There's like a yellow median separating a side road from a main road. And this car is just like, I'm gonna go over it, but it scrapes the fuck out of the bottom of the car.
It drops like 3 feet or something. Like that's like
Yeah,
a pretty aggressive.
Oh my god! I can just hear it. I can't hear it. But it's like, oh
Yeah,
god, that's got to be horrible.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably leaking fluids on the way out of there.
Yeah, that's
the
not
guy. That guy
how
was
you wanna
nuts.
dodge traffic. That ain't it. Some things are it. That ain't it. Damn,
Yeah,
that's
let's see.
interesting. This one says a firework cracking ice. I can only
Oh,
wonder.
this is for the boys, dude. You know how like the guys always like to see destruction videos. I loved this. This works exactly how I wanted it to. God, yeah. Ah, so satisfied.
I don't have the
I
sound.
really
messed up,
enjoyed.
do I? There just is no sound.
Yeah, some of these are just gifs.
I feel like this is super satisfying. Yeah, this is a guy launching like a bottle rocket
Like right underneath an ice sheet.
like a frozen lake, and then it goes down the frozen lake, and then it cracks the ice. The crack looks really good where it cracked.
Beautiful, beautiful. I really enjoyed that one.
Nice work,
I love
whoever
that.
made that video.
That's totally like a thing like in like meme culture online where it's like if it's like people smashing ice or like breaking something, it's always like here's one for the boys, because all the boys love to see a little bit of smash.
I did like seeing that, so thank you.
I loved it.
This one is from OK Mate Wanker. I don't know what this Reddit is, but this is called the most respectful child in Britain.
It's not just a scooter.
Yeah.
I wanted a fucking bike.
Are you serious?
I fucking hate Christmas now.
Okay, so that's a picture of a kid opening a scooter, and he's like, "I wanted a fucking bike." Then he says, "I fucking hate Christmas now."
That's pretty great.
Are you serious?
You hate Christmas.
I fucking hate Christmas now.
Oh man, what a guy.
Fucking stupid.
Fucking shite.
Shite. Oh, shite
That's
is
great.
a good one too.
Can
God,
you-
what an
I don't know.
accent.
From like a human thing, like I couldn't imagine doing that, like in the same room as my parents for Christmas, like just shitting on
No.
the presents they got me. Like, no way.
That's definitely not a go. But at the same
feel
time,
like
I
that's a
do
parenting
understand.
fail.
I do understand the frustration if you're asking for something specific and then you get something that's adjacent. It's like that's not what I fucking asked for. Then don't ask me what I want. You know, it's like if you're gonna ask me what I want and you can't be creative and think about what you know about me to get me a gift, and then I tell you what I want and you get like I want a bike and you get me a scooter, I understand why you'd be frustrated. That's kind of a shit move.
So you're on the side of the kid.
I understand where the kid's coming from, but I have more like common courtesy to not like say that shit out loud. And I'd be like, thanks. But inside I'd be like, that's why would you ask me?
I feel like I don't know. Maybe my parents are just stern because they're in the military, but we don't even talk back to my parents. Like you wouldn't say that shit. Like we get grounded and get in trouble for that. Like my parents would
I don't know.
reprimand us if we were like shitting.
Yeah,
on them
I wouldn't say shit about it, but I would also be like, why would somebody ask me what I want for Christmas just to not get me that thing and get me something that's adjacent to it?
Because they
Like,
can't
that's
afford
the
it.
thing.
Like that's their kid, and they're trying to buy them the best present they can, and maybe they can't afford a full bike, but they can afford a scooter.
Maybe.
Like I don't know. It's crazy to be like,
I don't
you
know.
didn't
I
give me
definitely
exactly what I
understand
wanted,
that
so fuck
frustration.
you. Like
I wouldn't
weird,
be complaining
weird
like
perspective, actually. Like if you don't give
I
me
wouldn't
exactly
be
what I want,
complaining.
get me nothing. I don't want anything.
No, get me something that's based on what like you think I like, but don't ask me what I want and then get me something that isn't that. If that's like that's
That
weird.
happened all the time. You got everything you asked for when you were a kid for Christmas.
No,
Like, my
fuck
parents
no.
would give me all
No,
kinds of
I
stuff.
didn't. Hell no, I didn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't do what the kid did, but I understand the frustration.
You lose.
And I wouldn't do that to someone else. That's why I don't ask people what they want for Christmas. I use what I know about them and get them gifts based on what I know, rather than ask them. Because if I ask them, then I'll get them exactly what they ask for.
All right. Well, this next one is praise the cameraman for capturing a beautiful reveal of the landscape while not missing your eye.
Oh, this was great. I hate these types of lifts. If you're on a snowboard,
this is someone being pulled up the hill like a ski lift that's pulling them. The lift is pulling them up instead of them sitting on something.
he's doing it way wrong. Like you're supposed to tuck that little anchor between your leg, not like hold on to it like it's a fucking like jet ski, or I mean like you're being towed behind a boat or something. But
I've never seen this before. I didn't know you could get pulled up a mountain.
Yeah, those are usually for skiers anyway. Like it's really hard to do this on a snowboard because one of your feet is unbuckled. Yeah, like you see his. It's really difficult.
Oh!
This guy's doing it correctly there. You see that snowboarder? How it's like tucked between his legs.
Oh, he knocked him off.
But yeah, this is
oh no, he's gonna hit everybody.
Devastating. Yeah,
this is a disaster.
What I really don't understand is there's a sit down lift right next to this. Why wouldn't you just do the sit down lift if you don't know how to do the anchor thing?
I don't know. This doesn't look like somewhere you could really ski down. Like somebody.
No, that was just sounded like pure ice too when he was slipping down. That was intense. I felt real bad for all those people.
That was some guy falling down a mountain. If you're not
T-bar
watching,
lift. It's someone trying to ride a T-bar and
being
they
pulled
really
up a mountain and then falling back down and knocking down everybody else being pulled up by the same device. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty devastating.
This one's called the Doggy Bus, and this is from.
Oh my god, this was great. A lot of these are mine.
I think most of these are yours. I don't know if I posted anything this week.
This was great though. I loved this.
Good morning, Jake. Well, good morning.
Oh, hello, dog.
So this is a dog coming onto a bus. It's like snowy out.
Yeah, it's snowy out, and the bus is.
Oh, there's a bunch of other dogs on the bus. This is amazing.
Oh,
Hell
dude,
yeah!
It gets great. He chooses his seat. He gets buckled in.
Oh, and he gets buckled in.
It's amazing.
The dog has a seatbelt.
They're all buckled in, and then they go to the next stop and pick up the next bus.
We're waiting for the bus.
Look, he's just chilling. He's waiting for the bus.
Oh, there's a dog waiting for the bus.
Good morning,
The dogs on board are already getting super excited because their homie's coming.
Hey, you're not buckled in.
Oh, he got out.
Good morning, Bama.
I wonder what the context of this is. Like,
right? I don't know
like,
the context,
all
but it's
neighbors.
amazing.
It's very wholesome.
Oh, they're all gone on the bus.
I want to ride on this bus. That's the coolest bus I've ever seen.
Oh, he's so excited. And then he meets his friend on the
they're
bus.
licking. I feel like Marcy
Oh
would
my
hate
God.
that bus. She hates other dogs.
Oh, she would hate this big time.
Marcy'd be like, "Fuck all of you. Stay
She'd
away."
be
from
like
me."
in the corner, just like bug-eyed, like, "Oh my god, don't come near me. Where's my human?"
All right, this one's from Mark. This is in the Pokemon Reddit.
Oh,
You know, I'm just gonna play it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a running back from Detroit, and he's talking about Pokemon. Let's see.
Been talked about?
I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV? You didn't hear about it?
I'm trying not to cuss. I don't care. I just want to play football and go home. But you're holding me right now. I just want to go home and play Pokemon.
Go home and play Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You can't disrespect Pokemon like that.
It's
Pokemon?
Pokemon?
You sound
I
like
got my
old.
nephew some Pokemon cards. They're kind of a big
I
deal.
rewinded a little bit. It's
But you're holding me. I just want to play football and go home. But you're holding me right now.
yeah, it's like a
Just wanna go home
Naruto
and play
headband
Pokemon.
on.
Go home and play Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You can't disrespect Pokemon like that. Pokemon? You sound
I
like
got my
old.
nephew some Pokemon cards.
You sound old.
I don't know what cards you got on. They must have sucked because you calling them Pokemon. But it's okay. Never mind. I'm off topic. Come on. My bad. I'm sorry.
This dude rocks.
Yeah, that was great. I like his Naruto headband and his like anime sweater. He's definitely I don't know who he is, but he's definitely into his.
He's the
anime
running
stuff.
back for the Detroit Lions, so he's like a professional football player. That was like a post-game interview. It looks like, and he's talking about
Damn.
Pokemon instead of whatever.
It's good. It's good publicity for Pokemon. Pokemon. Don't disrespect Pokemon like that, man. Sound old. Let's see, what's this? Is this
All right, this next one says guy completely unfazed by rounds
Oh my God.
flying inches from him. Does that
This
mean
was
like gun rounds? We'll
insane.
find out.
This is insane. Walking like into the shop and getting shot
That's like
up.
a fucking Matrix scene from the Matrix. This guy's walking through a door and is getting shot. Like you can see the glass breaking around it. It is
Unreal.
Like
He just and he doesn't break his stride at all. He just doesn't give a fuck.
It's crazy. Like the fucking dust from the bullet hits him. Like
Unbelievable.
Right.
I saw this. I was like, what the fuck?
right here.
Like this is where like
See how
where
there's like
is
smoke from the gun like pouring in.
this? Dude, yeah, no, this is like at least like 6 bullets are flying past him here, and he's just kind of like walking in to go get his like groceries.
What is going on outside? This is a crazy video.
I don't know how often that happens in his life, but it feels like often based on his reaction to it.
Either
Or
that or he's
lack
like
of
deaf or
reaction.
something. Like couldn't hear it. Because like I feel like you would react to that. Like just the noise, you would be like jumpy.
You'd see it and feel it. Like there's no way that he doesn't know what's going on unless he's like
Either that or maybe
insanely
they're on like
high.
super hard drugs. I feel like maybe if you're like zonked out on
That could
heroin,
be,
you
yeah.
might be able to
Like
like
you're just
let a
like
gun fire.
you just like keep your cool, man. Nobody can know you're on drugs. Maybe.
What in the fuck was that? Okay, let me read this.
Yeah.
Woman
she, like,
spits, drink on guy gets payback. I was gonna say I saw her spit. She just spit in like some dude's ear.
Yeah, she like spits like in
I've never seen that happen before. Who's spitting drinks on people in public? That's crazy.
I mean, hopefully not her ever again.
That was surprising. Like you don't know that dude has water in his mouth. That's definitely like a drink in his mouth.
Yeah, I feel like it's a beer, right? The way it's foaming when she spits it out. I don't know.
That's
It
what you
definitely
deserve for
gets.
spitting a beer on
She
someone in public.
definitely
That's
she
crazy.
has that coming. But yeah,
Instant karma. All right.
yeah.
Here we got a EF3 tornado. I believe that's some sort of like rating of how high, how big
Categorization.
of a
Yeah,
tornado it
I think
is.
5 or 6 is like the highest. So it's a pretty
Tears
big
homes
tornado.
apart in Kansas, April
This was
29th,
just
2022.
fantastically clear footage of the tornado. I thought this was epic.
Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Those are our neighbors' houses. Oh my gosh.
Goddamn, dude. It's like straight out of Twister. I used to be fascinated
Oh
with
my
tornadoes as a kid too, so I was excited to see this video. I hope those people are okay, but goddamn, what a fucking force of nature. It looks like it goes away, but then it just
Oh my
comes back,
gosh.
like huge.
Crazy. Look at all the like debris like floating around here. Like that's just like pieces of houses. Is it everywhere?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see
crazy.
that in the definition, but there's like huge chunks flying in that.
This is like it's so clear. It's like the middle of the day too. It's like sunlight in the tornado almost.
I honestly, if I was that close to a tornado, would not be filming it from my porch.
Right?
That's crazy. Like I'd be in whatever.
Tornadoes
cellar
are
they
also
have.
like insanely targeted with their damage. Like your neighbor's house could be flat and your house could be untouched. But
That's
yeah, it's
nuts.
wild. It's also super unpredictable. I also would be in the basement.
Yeah, that's why I would not be out there. 'Cause you...
Inadequate
Also, like,
masses like
what if
you
it
would,
fucking
and you
throws a
just do
car
it.
at you? Like, you don't know what it's in the tornado that's gonna
Yeah,
fly at you if
right.
it comes towards you.
Even just like like blades of straw and shit could like fucking become like crazy deadly projectiles. It's nuts. I've been in a couple tornadoes when I lived in Michigan, and it's pretty intense. The siren goes off, everybody like scrambles into the basement. It comes very fucking quickly. Like it'll be sunny, and then like 20 minutes later, it'll be middle tornado touchdown. So, just be aware.
All right, but I
It's,
think that's gonna wrap up our.
It's intense.
I guess before we end the stream, let's open our blend for tonight, just so.
Oh yeah.
Got another half of our super blend, which is the
All the shines will
Slenderman.
be in this
All
one.
5
I'm
of the
gonna
shines, which is crazy RNG.
I'm gonna be setting my my clock for this.
And that'll be at 8:15, so in 3 hours from right now. But I'll open it on stream just so everybody can see before we wrap up. And that is from airdrop.neon for me to change the permissions. Where the fuck? For some reason, I can't see airdrop.neon anymore. Got too many wallets.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the supercell storm. Dang. That's wild.
there it
Yeah, I
is.
was
Here
in
it is.
Michigan. The sky turned like dark green. It rained so intensely that like we flooded, like the whole street was flooded after like just 20, 30 minutes of raining. Those tornadoes were fucking intense. One time I was at a friend's house, like playing on his like backyard, jumping on their trampoline, and the like tornado touchdown siren went off, and we all had to go into their basement. And it was wild. I was just like, oh shit, I hope my family's okay. Like they're just down the street, but I don't have time to go down the street. Like it was, they come very quickly. Those tornadoes are wild. We also used to do tornado drills in school, where you'd have to go to like a designated area and like duck and cover against the wall and stuff. It was intense growing up with tornadoes.
All right, so here we go. 3 hours until the blend starts. Pretty good RNG if you're trying to get a shine. More shines than not shines are available.
Yeah, book over your head. Sometimes we are. I remember in our in elementary school, our class's location was the girls' bathroom, which I was like, oh, that's a strange place to go duck and cover as a boy, but you know, whatevs. It was crazy. And then when I moved to the East Coast, they have earthquakes and earthquake drills, and then you have like a similar, you know, you get underneath your desk during an earthquake drill, and that was also pretty intense. Like living through a few earthquakes is, it's just, I don't know. Earthquakes I hate. I thought were even more intense than anything else, just because with a tornado you go into the basement or into some like, you know, underground thing, you're pretty fine. But with an earthquake, like the whole earth is shaking. There's really nowhere to go. Like you can't really escape the earthquake. You know, if you're, I guess maybe if you're out in an open field, it's not so bad. One time I was on like top of a little like hill outside, and you could see the earthquake. It looked like waves in a lake or something, like ripples. You could see it because you could see for miles in every direction, and it looked really cool. And I guess that was not that scary. That was just really cool. But yeah, earthquakes are fucking intense. That's not something I have to deal with in Michigan.
Seems like no matter where you live, there's some shit though. There's either earthquakes, tornadoes, fires. You also got like
hurricanes.
Hurricanes and like monsoons if you live like in the Gulf
There's
Coast.
a hurricane. I forget which hurricane it was, but when I lived in Florida, there was a hurricane that hit Florida. But I lived in Orlando, which is like in the center of the mainland, and the most damage in hurricanes comes from the ocean. So if you're
like
if you're not
Miami
near
and
the
like
shore,
the coast stuff.
Yeah, if you're not near the coast, hurricanes are actually just intense thunderstorms. It's not so bad. But when you're like by the coast, it's pretty intense, like flooding, giant waves, and yeah, it can be very deadly as well.
That's gonna. I think this is gonna conclude our stream. This is our first ever Neon Space podcast, just titled Neon Space. I'm hopefully by next week gonna figure out how to re-upload this. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching now, you don't need to re-listen to it, but for future episodes, our Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday show, which we're probably gonna switch Friday to Thursday so Paul can join us. Those two shows we're gonna upload as audio podcasts, and we're gonna try to make them more enjoyable for replay. So if you do miss one of our streams, hopefully you'll enjoy rewatching it. But this is our first attempt at that. We did one on Tuesday too. I got to figure out, like, I don't know how to upload stuff to Spotify and like Apple podcasts and stuff. I just need to figure out the logistics of that. But we'll probably do that. And we're not going to stream tomorrow unless, I mean, maybe if we feel like it, but we're scheduled not to stream tomorrow. So our next scheduled stream will be on Tuesday. And that's now called our Blockchain Boulevard podcast. So we'll be talking about both the crypto market and wax NFTs, and that's kind of combined into that day. So see y'all next Tuesday, but
see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Not that too much I said it, but yeah, if you want to hang out, I might play some Overwatch, and I'm down to play some games.
Ooh, I'll be down for that. I'll be down to Overwatch a little bit tonight.
Hit us up in Discord.
Lewis and I are pretty decent at Overwatch too, so we could make good teammates if you're looking.
Oh, and I've been playing a shit ton of City Skylines. I'm probably gonna get right back into that after this, if I'm being honest. I've been loving City Skylines lately. I got my city up to, I think it has like a 36,000 people I hit last night, which is like the next mark, but like
a small city, a large town now.
My last city I hit 36,000 people with. It was like broken. The traffic was like awful. I hit 36,000. The traffic is perfect and all of the stats are balanced. So it's like, I don't know. It's very hard for me.
I liked hearing about Lewis's city. He was telling me about it. He was just like, oh, the first city he built, he like built this power plant and it like dumped its like pollution directly into the water that the water plant was pulling from, and like
Yeah,
everybody
put
started
the-
dying. He's like, all the houses were abandoned because they were full of dead bodies. I was like, oh
Yeah,
damn,
they're
shit
getting
really hit
polluted
the
water.
fan.
They're drinking polluted water, and then they were dying. And then my cemeteries were getting full because the cemeteries can only have so many bodies in them. So I was like, I had like 10 cemeteries in a tiny town, and they were just all full of dead bodies. And it took like a
Damn.
solid 40 minutes to recover from that. Because then like after the people died, then the factory shut down because there's no workers at the factories, and then I stopped making money, so I couldn't like build purification center to fix the water. So I had no workers to generate money because they all died. So then all the factories shut down, and then I had to like basically restart from scratch. Like,
I love the concept too of like I have a small town with just like it's mostly graveyard.
Yeah, and this one, my graveyard is good. My graveyards are not full, and also like I did better at like the same thing happens. You can make like garbage dumps, but like they can fill up, and then you just have a full square full of garbage. But this time I built a bunch of recycling centers, so I don't actually have a dump, and all of my garbage is getting regenerated back into other stuff rather than just sitting. So yeah, I don't know. I'm figuring the game out. It's fun, but that's only a single player game. Maybe I don't know if anybody's interested. I'd be down to stream that tomorrow or something because I literally played it for like 8 hours in the past couple days. I'm playing shit out of it. But
I'm actually,
yeah.
if you were streaming, I would tune in just to see how it is a little bit, like watch you.
Maybe
watch
tomorrow
you
we
play
can
it.
do some gaming because I thought I was working tomorrow, but now that I'm not, I'm available. But yeah, it's like SimCity. It's just like the new version of SimCity, which is what I bought first. I bought SimCity 4 because there hasn't been one in like 10 years, and I played it, and I was like, this is fun, but there's like I gotta play it. I want something newer because this hasn't been updated in a decade, and City Skylines hit that for me. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in Discord, or we'll see you on Tuesday. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we're gonna raid CS Sully. So say what's up. Let him know that we thought Whataburger was pretty decent. He's a huge Whataburger fan. So where did
Yeah.
Whataburger end up on the tier list? You can tell him and see if he gets upset. Whataburger ended up in A. Ask him if he thinks Whataburger is S or A tier. That should be your raid.
I think
question.
you shouldn't be upset about A, especially considering that Taco Bell got like the shaft.
Whataburger is also regional, so like it kind of has like the problem of most people haven't had it if you don't live in a certain region. But anyway, we're gonna read slowly. Say hi to him. Shout out Whataburger. Peace out. See you all next week.
Whataburger, baby. See you next Tuesday.
That is like our new.
That is a pretty funny.
That's the name of Ethan's podcast from H3.
It's
He
like
does
the
a solo
the
podcast every
acronym.
week now.